Going down to the Paradise City where I'm live. How are you guys doing? Raiders, welcome in. Dr. Dynastic, thank you so much, sir, for the raid. We've got people grooving, people dancing, the dancing emotes, Jeff Steele Flex, just a giving her. We say that up in Canada. Do you guys say that in the US? He's just a giving her. Yes. Sean Soul is here. Nas Base I saw was here. And D Dempsey, we are being evaluated, guys. We have a teacher in the chat today. The teacher is in the house. One of the many teachers on OOTP. I guess educators like playing this game. I'm not muted. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Or as we say up in Canada, happy hump day. For all of you out there, wherever you may be, good morning, good afternoon, good evening in this wonderful world of ours. Again, we've got the raid coming in. We got Hero Driver with the resub on Prime. Hero Driver, 11 months, 1 month shy of a year. Where has time gone? Well, Hero Driver, you got to get the hound. Thank you here.
Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine.
Thank you so much, Hero Driver, for the re-upping on Prime. And again, remember, if you are new to OOTP, if you're new to Twitch, and you subscribe to Prime, or you subscribe to Amazon Prime, you get a free Twip subscription. Twip subscription. I'm not used to streaming this late during the day. I'm not on my game. Well, I'm kind of on my game, but you get a free, Amazon Prime Twitch subscription. I'm glad there's no one named Twitch in OOTP because music lessons would be taking notes. Yes, you can use your free Twitch Prime subscription, just like Hero Driver did there. Thank you so much for supporting the hound, and welcome into the dog pound, everyone. Den Brew is here. Yes, Den Brew, there's nothing in my coffee. I swear, there's nothing in my coffee today. It is cream and sugar. It's Wednesday. Come on, it's close enough to Friday. You get to have a drink, right? You get to have a little Bailey's in your coffee, maybe. Well, not me right now. It's still early. It is, what time is it? It's like 3:30 Mountain Time. Some of you guys are off work. Twitch is now TTC eligible. You're just everywhere, music lessons. Man, I just can't escape you. Stalker alert. Twitch is now eligible. Yes, if there is ever a player named Twitch, he is eligible. And Nasbase not taking much time at all. Nasbase wants to let the dogs out. This one's for you, Nasbase. Let's let those dogs out.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Nasbase let the dogs out. Again, you can blame Nasbase for humming that all day now in the female version of Who Let the Dogs Out. Welcome all in. And old Dylan, he says, hey, I'm old enough because my first few letters of my name is old or ol. I'm old enough to remember K-Tel Records back in the 80s and the 90s when they would have some goofy songs on it, or you could buy LPs with goofy songs on it. And every month we have a K-Tel special. We'll be rolling over to a new one in April. But for now, old Dylan, this K-Tel classic is for you. See, my record player's not working. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Here it is. You remember those days out camping? Mom and dad would just leave you in a camp by yourself, and you'd be lonely, and you might be humming this.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at They confiscated the pins that I wore. Since they're not in the camp uniform, during the campfire, Ringo got...
Oh, yeah, those good old camp stories when you're a kid. Hello, Mudda. Hello, Fada, a classic that I'm sure was on some K-Tel record at some point in history. Oh, D King, are we doing it already? Oh, man, you guys just don't want me to talk. You just, okay, I won't talk. D King, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me right now, D King? Take me down to the Paradise City. Yes. All right. You guys and your music clips. Love it. Thank you guys for cashing in your Helm Biscuits. And I did put some of those on cool down now because we can't have 90 minutes straight of kitty kitty. So eventually they're going to run out during this stream. But thank you for cashing them in. I love to get just all worked up, and now Boiled Egg is safe to come in the chat because the Hound has been played. The Who Let the Dogs Out, the Kitty Kitty. You're safe to come in, Boiled Egg. Now we don't mean to scramble you up too much up here in Canada. Did I go to summer camp as a kid? Music lessons? No, I did not. I did not. I'm not much of a camper. I did not go to. I like to fish once in a while. Never went to summer camp. I went to, day camps, for the day. Your parents would drop you off at 8 in the morning and they'd pick you up at 10 at night. And, you do some crafts and, you walk down a park trail and, pick bugs and look for butterflies. And, ooh, look at that cool leaf. It's shaped like a San Francisco Giant logo, that kind of stuff. Never really overnight camps, at least none that I could remember, but maybe they're repressed memories. Maybe I had such bad experience in camp, I can't remember them. But thank you for asking. Then at night, oh yeah, in the summertime, it's still daylight here in the summertime. That in Canada, we do day camps all day. None of this, 9 to 5 kind of stuff. Oh no, because you got to have the campfire going for the kids. So you got to have that going while it's just a little bit dark. Roasting marshmallows and hot dogs and s'mores. Oh, yeah. T. Davis, thank you so much. I'm glad that you got something out of the tutorials. T. Davis and all the new people out there, if you don't know, one of my main primary objectives when I stream is to help new people get accustomed to the game. Amongst the kitty, we like to teach you a few tutorials, and huge thank you again to D Block, who comes on with me Tuesdays. We like the lower level, so we talk about the lower level cards, and I hope that if you are new, you took something out of that tutorial yesterday. And if you didn't see it and you want to learn how to get just kind of your feet wet in tournaments, have another drink lap. Tournaments, then feel free to watch the VOD on setting up an iron tournament. But more tutorials every Tuesday. Tuesday is Tutorial Tuesday because it goes together. Tutorial Thursday doesn't really work because it's Tuesday's tutorials works much better. All right, you can check me out Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I am back tomorrow with EVC in the morning with the Amigos pre-twipped hype. Yes, there are new cards coming out tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time with the one, the only, the guru of content creators, Paul Sporer, will be here at noon to show you all the new cards. And I will be here after that with my regular show, including some trivia and some other giveaways and a few other things. Also, if you did not hear the news very recently, as in like very recently, OOTP has announced the new patch. Yes, the new game patch, which had the public beta the last day or so, is now the official patch. There is the link right there. If you click on that link, if you are a desktop purchaser on FastSpring, you need to re-download the game or the patch to the game for your PC or for your Mac. Steam, it should auto update. I have not got my auto update yet on Steam. Has any Steam users got the new patch? I keep exiting out of the game and in the game, but it hasn't updated for me yet. So that's going to probably be coming in the next few hours, I would imagine. What else? Tournaments are now TTC eligible. Music lessons. Mr. Rogers is going to have a talk with you next Monday. He is going to have a chat. Stay tuned. Be here early on Monday when Mr. Rogers shows up. You got yours right after it dropped? Okay, Michael. Well, maybe I just need to, I don't know, force exit out of Steam or something. Mine has not shown up yet. And Barack one also got the patch, so it should be out there. Maybe it's slow to get to Canada. Maybe it's, the cold weather and the time change, and it's just slow to get up here. I'm sure I'll get it soon. But on the forum there, it posts all the changes, a lot of base game changes, a lot of PT, perfect team changes, improvements. Hope you guys are finding the patch much, much better to work with, especially the tournament roster builder. I was okay with it. I mean, yeah, it had bugs, and yeah, I would like improvements, but I was still able to work with it as it currently was, as it previously was, because I guess it's fixed now. So there you go. Check out the patch on OOTPdevelopments.com. All right, we're going to take our break now. When we come back, so much more to talk about, including the reason why I'm wearing this jersey today. There is a reason why I'm wearing it. Yes, Hero Driver, you will be next on deck. You will be tomorrow's show. I always do it the day after it's cashed in, so we will give some love to those folks down in Texas. Back in 2 minutes' time. Go refresh your beverage because we got so much more to talk about here, gang. And music lessons. I hope your pen runs out of ink very quickly. Back in 2 minutes.
Don't touch that dial.
All right. The ads are just about to end off here, but we are back again soon. We are back. There we are. See, I told you we'd be back in less than 2 minutes. So welcome in, everyone. Let's go through a few things to start off. Again, good to see D. Dempsey in the chat. Was part of our lower level leisure lounge love last cycle. Appeared on the show a couple times. A big Texas Ranger fan, and knows a lot about those cards as well. Has done well in previous PTCSs. Remember, this week is the last week to qualify for this first PTCS. Sunday, last day of tournaments that you can qualify for the upcoming PTCS, which will be held on April 7th or 8th or whatever that first. I think it's held on the 7th, 8th. I don't know. It's held sometime in early April. What else we got going on? I love when Hero Driver says he feels like a 7-year-old on Christmas Eve. Must be something related to Texas. I missed that conversation. All right, so a couple things. First, the 5L today. Let's update you on that. Looks like we had Sporer continuing his hot streak, making it into the Final Four once again, collecting at least 1 point. There he is, but he was defeated in Game 7. Man, Sporer almost came back from a 3-1 deficit. Won first game, lost game 2, 3, and 4, and then wins game 5, 6, and 7, or wins game 4. He lost in 7, okay, guys? He lost in 7. 2-1 to the St. Paul Lil Mowers. Not familiar with that GM, but now I will be, because I've seen them go deep in the tournament a lot lately. Who is the Mowers? P. Baker. Well, P. Baker, you beat a pretty good manager there in Sporer. Like I said, he's been on a hot streak recently. On the other side of the semifinals, we had the Ancient Mariners go down 4-1 to the Route 66 Highwaymen. Let's see who runs that team. Route 66. Well, that makes sense. So the Mariners are run by, IBDB. IBDB running the Ancient Mariners. Of course, a Mariners fan, an Ichiro fan from the Pacific Northwest. So he made it to the semifinals, getting at least 1 point. And then in the finals, it was the Mowers once again going 7 games, defeating Route 66 by a score of 3-0 in the final game. Runs in the 1st, 7th, and 8th. Ben Hill is your player of the game. So congratulations to the Final Four. We'll do it all again tomorrow. I lost out in the second round in a heartbreaker, 7 games. Yeah, I tend to go 7 games quite a bit. I'm a 7 games type of player. Sometimes on the winning end, sometimes not. Losing game 7, 8-6. Whew. These are heartbreakers to lose. If there was some sort of stat showing who gave up the most late inning runs in this tournament, I would be at the top. When I lose, I always lose in the 8th or 9th. And here is proof of that again. They score 3 in the 8th, 5. They score all 8 runs. I got to fix. D. Dempsey, you got to help me with sliders, buddy. You gotta do a tutorial on stream one day for sliders, because I should not be giving up all these late inning runs unless it's common. If you guys are having that problem, I don't feel bad then, because I am not alone. So there you go. The 5L finished for today. I'm in tomorrow, plus in EVC's daily bagels and schmear. The other thing quickly want to do, I'm sure other streamers have done it. I'm one of the later streamers today, but I'm sure they've been talking about PT Live. Again, Naspace, who was in the chat last year, he did PT Live quite a bit on his streams. And it is just another way you can get perfect points. And not only that, but there are prizes. Somewhere they show prizes, leaderboards. Look at that, leaderboards. You can look at the past rosters. You can look at the leaderboards for March, because there were those games in Korea. And every day when you go here, you're going to see the previous day and then the week total. And there are prizes that OOTP gives out. They used to list it on here. Where Where are all the prizes? Thought they showed you the prizes here. There you are, the monthly prizes. First place gets 250 standard packs. I would highly doubt they'd give this for March because there's like 3 days. So maybe they'll start giving this out in April, because that's a lot of packs to give out for 3 days work. Come on. You didn't even break a sweat doing PT Live. You don't deserve 250 packs for not breaking a sweat. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't seen that confirmed or denied anywhere yet, but who knows what they'll do. Sean, you gave up 9 runs in the 9th to lose a game. Oh, welcome to the club, Sean. You know, it's games like that, Sean, that we can only do one thing and remember our childhood. When things like that would happen in our childhood, usually we would hear, yeah, that brings up some bad memories. Our game with Mario is now done. Like OOTP giving up 9 runs. Ooh, I gave up 8 runs in 2 innings. Must feel bad giving up 9 in 1. So with PT Live, you have to own the cards that you want to play. And then based how your player does in real life baseball, home runs, hits, strikeouts, all that kind of stuff, you get points. And points earn you perfect points. They get you on the leaderboard, the weekly leaderboard, the monthly leaderboard. So if you're good at fantasy baseball, give me a call. Don't tell anyone else. I will not pay you. There will be no compensation, but I'll look good on stream being at the top of the leaderboard. So you go to the starting pitchers here, and you can see who is scheduled to start because they're in green. And again, you have to own the card. So if you want to take, Zach Gallen because you think he's going to win for Arizona tomorrow, well, you have to own the Zach Gallen card. And if you're going, well, that's fine, I'll just go and buy the Zach Gallen card. Well, one, if you're a packs only squad, you can't do that. Not allowed. And 2, you'd have to pay 15,000 points to get Zach Gallen right now. That's a lot of perfect points to pay for a Diamond Live card. I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm just going to use cards that I have currently on my roster. And, the Dodgers, I think Tyler Glasnow is a good, someone good to put in there. Dodgers playing St. Louis at home. And why not you, Darvish, as well? So I think I own 2 pretty good pitchers. I don't know if Evan Carter's in PT 25. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Joe Carter is. There is no Evan Carter. They are going to do like a mid-April update of players. So I would expect anyone that's signed by then will have at least a live card in the game. They're not going to do updates of all the cards until May, but I would assume we're going to see some new live cards come in within the first couple weeks of April. All right. Now, see, I didn't save my roster. Oh, yeah, there it is. The other sneaky thing you can do, maybe another streamer told you this, but you can go to relievers and see if any are starting or any projected to start. Ooh, Garrett for Chicago against Detroit. So you can slide him over to the relief spot because he's probably going to get a few innings of work compared to a reliever. And that's some bonus points for you. Rather than getting 1 inning of work out of a true reliever, he's going to be a starter against a bad team. I mean, against Detroit. So, yeah, you always want to check your relievers to see if any of them are going to be starting that next day. Now, remember, you're setting the lineup for the following day, not the same day. And you have to have your lineup in by some godly early morning hour, like 8 a.m. Eastern or something. It's early. If anyone in chat knows the deadline, because it doesn't say it here anywhere. When do you have? Oh, there it is right there. Daily submission deadline, 15 hours and 54 minutes. Well, maybe they changed that this year. 15 hours? That's 4 a.m. No, that's still early. Yeah, that's still early. 9 a.m. Central. There you go. So yeah, if you don't fill it up by 9 a.m. Central, you don't qualify. The good thing too is that if you forget one day, it's just going to auto use the same roster, which is fine for most batters, but for pitching, that's probably not going to work too well for you. And how do you know who's going to perform well? Well, you can go to like a betting odds site and you can look at which teams are favored. You can look at the over-under score. And if the over-under is like 9.5, well, they predict a high-scoring game. Take players from those teams. You can also look at projected pitchers. A lot of those are announced early in advance, so you can find out which pitchers are scheduled to pitch. So yeah, I'm probably going to go with a lot of Dodgers. I think the Dodgers, Arizona, Detroit, even against Chicago. Toronto, they're my favorite team, but they don't really play well against Tampa Bay, especially in Tampa Bay. So who's the big favorite? Arizona, Dodgers, I think. Padres, maybe. No games in Colorado. Otherwise, if they're playing games in Colorado, you kind of want to take a lot of home run guys because, hey, Colorado. So catcher, let's go with, I'm just going to randomly pick some good teams here. Contreras against the Mets. And I don't even know if these guys are starting. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing here because I don't own a lot of cards on this team yet. Let's go with Reese McGuire. Let's go there, Contreras. And I'll change this later. I just need one catcher. Next, first baseman. See, I don't own anything above bronze for first baseman. Here's where you want that Freddie Freeman probably. Let's go with Mr. Oops, how did I don't want to change him. No. You can just drag them over too. That works easier. Let's go with Hoskins. Sure. The point is you want to kind of fill out your lineup. You might get lucky and some of these bronze iron cards do well, but at least put something in. Don't just leave it blank because you'll get at least a few perfect points, maybe 100 perfect points, maybe 200 perfect points. Maybe you'll get lucky and get on the leaderboard. Let's go with Crawford. Yeah, Max Muncy for sure. Left field. Mariners. Let's go Detroit. You guys are like, but that guy's injured. Lap, don't take him. Here's a Houston Astro. He might not even play tomorrow, but all I've got is bronze and iron. Ooh, I do have perfect Acuna Jr. though. All right, that should get me a few points. I used to play fantasy baseball all the time on Yahoo, like years and years and years. I haven't done so in the last probably 8 years, and I'm paying for it now because I am not familiar with a lot of players from the last decade. A utility. Let's go all positions. Who gets on here? Let's go with Kirk. And too many pitchers to choose from. Let's go Luke. And one more reliever. Do I have someone from a team that's likely to win tomorrow? Well, Sam, you're playing Oakland. I think that's a gimme if they put you in. Then you got to make sure you click Submit Live Roster. And there you go. You come back the next day, you check out the leaderboard and see how your team did. Look, I'm in first place, guys. Look at that. I'm at the top of the leaderboard. Take that, chat. Top of the leaderboard. I don't care if it says tied for first. I'm at the top of the leaderboard. Hashtag screen that, chat. Sparks8421. Good to see you. Excellent. Welcome to the Dog Pound here, Sparks. Mets, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Philadelphia are not happening tomorrow. Oh, NASBase on the spot. Thank you. And the Braves are postponed. Okay, that is Atlanta. Okay. Thank you, guys. See? That's what I pay you good money for. So take out Atlanta. Who else do I got to take out? New York, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Philadelphia. Ooh, Milwaukee. And you know, the good thing is when there's days with double headers, throw a lot of guys in on a double header day, because I believe you get the accumulation from both games. Bonus. Who else am I missing here? Atlanta, Philadelphia, Mets, and Milwaukee. Atlanta, Philadelphia, Mets, and Milwaukee. Okay, that's pretty good. So you could go to the card shop and you could just stock up on Dodgers. This is not my packs only, so I am allowed to buy cards off this team here. Dodgers. And then they sort by live. So yeah, 30,000 for Mr. Otani. Freddie Freeman, none available. Anyone really cheap worth buying? Hide the ones I own. You can do that. Chat, anyone worth here buying that you think is good value? How about Hernandez? Is Hernandez worth like 975? Double headers in Colorado. Yeah. Cole. Okay, hurry. I got to get there before all of chat goes and buys them. Cole Reagans. Boom. Wait, I just spent 1,000 on a iron. No, a silver. I got wrapped up. I got the fear of missing out. That's what that was. Okay. I'll open packs later and we'll figure it out. So now, but then I got to take out you, Darvish. Okay. I'm going to trust chat. They said go with the guy I just bought, Cole, against Minnesota. Okay. I trust that. And now catchers, we'll put Kirk there. First base. Yeah. Oakland, Chicago, or Oakland. Let's put Abreu. Right field, I cannot put Acuna Jr., so let's put Oswaldo. That does not count. Oswaldo, that's a nickname. Music lessons, you cannot use that. I saw EVC say if you get part of the name right, you cannot use him. He's ineligible. And who is my best remaining player here? Yeah, you guys can see I'm well versed in this game, and I'm just going to rip it up. You know what? I'm going to go buy, just so I have someone to cheer for tomorrow, let's go buy a Blue Jay. Even though they might not do well, who is worth buying here? Let's go with Barrios is starting tomorrow, but I got a couple good starters already. Yaz at DH and Thomas in right field. Ooh. Check is in the mail. Yaz at DH. He's 1,000 points. Thomas in right field. That one I can get behind. If this is only one Thomas. All right, that one I can do. I like that one. I hope that was the right Thomas. Oh, geez. You tell me. I just paid 100 and something for a bronze. Send me it telepathically, NASBase. Already own them. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna really quickly finish this off. I just want to show new people that PT Live is out there. Starts tomorrow, so get your lineup in for tomorrow. And Lane Thomas. Okay. Well, we're gonna put him as my other utility. No, I'm going to put the guy I just bought. If I just bought him, he's going on the team. Who was that? Who did I just buy from bronze? Some other Thomas. Lane and Alec. Okay, you can go in. Center field. There we go. Okay, we'll see how that does. Unless I have some injuries. Naz is still saying Yaz, though, but is he worth 1,000? You just like spending my perfect points. Now, is this the right one? He's gone. Chat, who stole Yaz from me? Yeah, Sparks, you do have to do this daily if you want to get onto these leaderboards here. So we have, let me take that comment off the screen. You've had enough attention on the screen already. Let's take that off. People don't know those games are canceled. Shame on them. So yeah, Sparks, if you want to, again, there are 250 packs for whoever is at the top of the leaderboard at the end of each month. I don't know if they're going to do it for March, like I said, but for sure for April, they will. And that's a lot of loot there, 250 packs. So again, you accumulate points. You can go to the MLB schedule. It will show you the pitchers that are starting. And it even takes you to a direct link to the card shop. I hope this is not buggy. Is this buggy? Look. So here's all the people starting tomorrow, supposedly. So I could click on Zach Wheeler. And I hope they fix this in the patch. I don't have the latest patch. And now it freezes up on me. Thanks, chat. Thanks. Yeah. I've got a lot of blinking cards right now. I don't know if this does this to you. No one warned me. Lap, do not check the MLB schedule. All right. Well, good timing because when we come back, we're going to get into today's show. And a little bit later on, Sean So, your 1906 Cubs are going to be taking on those 2019 Astros. We'll see how they do. Back, guys, in 2 minutes time. All right, we are back. Welcome back on this beautiful 12-degree Celsius March day up here in Canada. Alberta, Canada is where I'm from. I know there's a lot of Canadians out there. I've seen even a few new players from Canada. So welcome all in for wherever you are watching from. Laptop Hound here, and want to thank Crash SF Giants sponsoring today's stream. And by sponsoring, I mean used as hound biscuits to cash in support for a certain team out there. And Crash SF, the rest of the show here is dedicated to the San Francisco Giants. If you're a baseball fan, hopefully you're not too adverse to the San Francisco Giants. Hopefully you enjoyed watching them win some championships in recent memory. And throughout the episode today, we're going to be talking about those San Francisco Giants from the past. Of course, New York Giants, San Francisco Giants, lots to talk about. Okay, again, if you do want to enter the contest or guess the champions today, you can just, one person just needs to put in exclamation WED, and that will take you to the form. One person needs to do that, not everyone. It's not different forms for everyone. So Crash SF, let's get the show going. And how about we get out the snacks before we get going?
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
Yeah, let's have some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, and let's get rolling with the show. Again, Wednesdays is the Community Showdown, where 63 individuals from the community and myself, we chose a team from baseball's past, and we're going to put them on a wheel and determine the winner, the ultimate winner. And a special prize is going to be mailed out, physical prize mailed out to the winner. But as we make our way to the championships, each week we're going to have 2 rounds, 2 series in round 1, and then 1 match each week after that until we get to our finals. And whoever is sponsoring those teams will win 10 packs for each series that they win. Tomorrow, we are going to do the Twipped one, sponsored by Brent3232. We didn't get to this yesterday because D-Block and I, class went too long, students. We went a full 3 hours yesterday with the tutorial. Glad it helped a lot of people, but that meant pushing back the Matrix show till tomorrow. So we will do that with Reggie Jackson in the Matrix. He will be joined by Kuroda, 2014 pitcher from the New York Yankees. And Brent said he wants to add my favorite player, Dave Stieb. So Stieb, Kuroda, and Reggie Jackson will all be on the same team tomorrow, the 2024 New York Yankees. We'll see if they can bring home a championship. So stay tuned for that. Again, the monthly leaderboard for the 5L. This does not include today's standings, but here we have all of our winners throughout March so far. A couple more days to go until we determine our overall winner, who will receive 15 packs. D-Block may not be in first now because Spore finished in the top 4 today. So at very worst, we have a first place tie with Spore and with D-Block in the top slot there. So again, expires on April the 1st. We start all over on April the 1st with a new cycle. So if you want to participate, try to get in the 5L. It fills up within 90 minutes every morning at about 9:30 Eastern is when it fires off. And you need to register for it pretty early before it fills. All right. Yesterday, we spun the wheel to find out who is going to play today. Series 1, home team, Sean Saul and the Chicago Cubs from 1906. They won the wheel spin, so they will get home field advantage for games 1 and game 3. And the Houston Astros, sponsored by C. Duncan 008. They will be the visiting team and they will get home field for game number 2. We alternate home, visitor, home. Series number 2 will be between the 1985 Kansas City Royals, sponsored by Barry Basher. They will take on another Chicago Cubs, 1906. Weird. 64 teams, and both of the 06 Cubs get pulled for the same stream. At least they're not playing each other. Not yet, anyway. So again, either 2 of these managers will receive 10 packs for the win today. That has yet to be determined who that will be, but you can enter the contest and predict who you think the winners will be. So again, I'll put the form in chat. I think it should work. Fill out that Google form. It has to be filled out before we start game 1 in a few minutes. Take your time, no rush. Still probably have about 10 minutes before we start game number 1. I'll pin that in the form. All right. Last week, congratulations go out to the 2001 Seattle Mariners, sponsored by IBDB2U, and to the 2015 Kansas City Royals, sponsored by Minerva. The 84 Tigers and the 08 Phillies, I believe, the 2008 Phillies were on the losing end last week. So IBDB2U and Minerva each received 10 packs for their victory. They move on to round 2. We'll find out a little bit later who will join them in the top 32. We do this every Wednesday as part of our community showdown. So again, the link is pinned in the chat. If you're just tuning in, go fill out that form, put your Twitch username, your PT username, and predict today's winners. 5 packs. Go to whoever survives the longest in this competition. Again, today's episode brought to you by Crash SF Giants, using his Hound Biscuits. Tomorrow's episode will be sponsored by Hero Driver, who wants a little love for the Texas Rangers. So we will do that tomorrow. But today it's Giants, Giants, Giants. So here's a task for you, chat. Let me bring this up on screen here. Let me see if I can find it as you're filling out your form there. Bring that there. Giants logos. Let's give a little bit of love to some of the former Giants logos. Remember, they started out in New York before coming to San Francisco. So here's a little 1-minute clip of the history of those Giants and the logos they have used. I want to know what your favorite is. All right, a little love, thanks to Crash SF Giants, to little love to the San Francisco Giants and the different logos that they have used. I'll put them back on screen here. Brown Bag Mulligan, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. Let's go back to those logos here. What are you guys thinking? And I'll let you know which one I like. So Crash says 2000, so the current one. Hero Driver says 1923, he thinks. So the orange NY. Nick Waddick is going 1977. 1908 for Spec. Ray's going with 58. Got a little love for 58. Mort's going 1758. Holy smoke. Did they play baseball back then, Mort? I'm hoping you meant 19. 58. There you go. Yeah, I see the fix now. And yeah, they basically two different designs. Well, maybe three different kind of looks. The NY, and then the 58 Giants and the 77, just basically different colors. And then from 83 on, fairly similar, just different font sizes, basically different fonts. My favorite, I'm going with the 58 Giants. I think that looks classy. It screams old school. I like the contrast with the black and the white, a little bit of orange there on the baseball. So those of you that picked 58, I agree with you. I think that 58 logo, I like the 77 one as well, but whenever I look at it, I think basketball. Like when I look at, I know it's got the, the seams on it there, but I still look at that and think basketball. That's where my mind goes at first. The 1904 one looks like it's like some Adobe fonts or Microsoft fonts or something. They probably didn't have much to work with back then in 1904 in terms of fonts. It's like, let's cut as straight lines as possible. Can't do anything fancy. Warbots is the Giants. Yeah, well, hey, today's sponsored by Crash SF Giants, so we gotta go with San Francisco today. So glad MLB stopped using orange baseballs. Yeah. I remember using different color baseballs when I used to play softball. We had pink, we had orange, we had yellow, different colored softballs. Those were the days, my friends. So there you go. It looks like 58 is going to win this one for the favorite logo. All right. So anytime anyone sponsors to have their favorite team sponsored, this is one of the things we'll do at the beginning is take a look back at the logos and choose a favorite. But sponsored by Crash, and Crash is going with the current one, 2000 to now. Also, since we're giving some love, and it's too bad Ezra's not in the chat today because boy, oh boy, he would be soaking up the Giants' love. But the stream shout out of the day goes to Ezra Denny. If you don't follow this guy, check him out 5 nights a week. He'll be on tonight at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And he is a Giants fan through and through. Lives in Alameda, but loves the Giants. And of course, highlight of OOTP 24 was Ezra. You see him up in the top corner there, pulling the daddy wags. Yeah, pulling the daddy wags. And if you've watched Ezra's stream, he has energy. And he loves, like I said, his Giants. And he's very competitive. When you have a chance, check out that 50-second clip. If you've never watched Ezra, that gives you an idea of what you can expect. Other than, TV shows and game shows and talking about the 1970s, he can be competitive. And after I stopped crying, after watching that clip, things were okay. Yeah. So Ezra Denny, big fan of the Giants. He's currently doing a 1959 Giant series, and got to give him the shout out of the stream since Giants is our theme today. Again, if you're just joining in, fill out the contest form there. Fill out that Google form. Get your entry in. Have a chance to win some packs before we end the stream today. What else do we got? Okay, Crash. And all you Giants fans, throughout the show, we're going to look at, I went to a website. Again, top 10 is always subjective. Everyone has a different top 10. But I think the 10 we're going to see here throughout the show, most people would agree that they're at least part of the top 15. When you think of San Francisco Giants legends. Coming in at number 10, Madison Bumgarner. Yep. Remember him from the World Series. Remember him and all the innings that he pitched. I think it was, Crash, you can help me out. What was that was it 2012 or 2010, where I thought his arm was going to fall off. All the innings that he pitched. As a cornerstone of one of the greatest postseason pitching performances in history, Bumgarner's October heroics are stuff of legend. With a steely glare and overpowering arsenal of pitches, he with relentless determination in the face of adversity, became a rallying cry for Giants fans everywhere. The lanky left-hander's undeniable impact on the franchise championship success cements him as one of the greatest pitchers ever to wear a Giants uniform. 2014. So there you go. Coming in at number 10, Madison Bumgarner. We do not have a Bumgarner card in OOTP 24 yet, but we will remember his OOTP or OOTP 25. Those of you that played OOTP 24, this was one of the best pitching cards to come out later in the cycle, Series 3 from Baseball Reference. So we got it probably in, I'm thinking October, November last year. And man, this guy could pitch in perfect team. One of the best pitchers right up until the end of the cycle there. So well deserving. He got a very good card last year. Before I do the form, can we guarantee no? Yes, there are no trash cans. The dugouts have been inspected. They have plastic garbage cans everywhere. No metal. Coming in at number 9 on this list that I found, Mr. Carl Hubble. Again, Carl Hubble, lauded for his mesmerizing screwball and surgical precision on the mound. Lot of talent, Giants legend, 2-time MVP, calm demeanor, undaunted resolve in a high-pressure situation, instilling fear in opposing hitters and awe amongst Giants fans. Extraordinary contributions on and off the field will forever place him in the baseball immortals. There you go, Carl Hubble from the Giants. Last year, he had the immortal card. He had a few versions, I believe, but I think this was one of the better ones. I don't know if it was the best, but he did have a perfect card. So both Bumgarner and Hubble, perfect cards in OOTP 24. Neither have a card this year yet. We know they're coming. We just don't know when. Coming in at number 8, one of the players on Ezra's Giants team this year, he had to decide, he had to trade away Cepeda or Willie McCovey, and he kept Cepeda. A slugger, consummate fan favorite, infectious charisma and unparalleled talent endeared him to the hearts of Giants fans forever. Known as the Baby Bull for his muscular frame and explosive swing, Cepeda emerged as one of the game's most revered power hitters with his time with the Giants. His passion for the game and dedication to his craft ensured his legacy will forever be cherished. There you go. Yes, he went on to a great singing career. Captain Kegleg in the house. The Kegger is here giving out a gift subscription to music lessons, while music lessons now in between making notes as you watch streamers, you can enjoy the emotes. Thank you, Captain, gifting out the sub and for all that you do for the community and the streamers that you watch. I know you're really supportive of the newer streamers. When D-Block came along, when Minerva streams, very supportive. So thank you for gifting out the sub to music lessons. So music lessons, that should mean you have to strike off one name from the list. I told you yesterday, you can't just eat all the dessert. It's give and take. Add names, but you have to remove names for good things. Like when I pronounce a name correctly, Orlando Cepeda. Yeah, baby. I practiced that one in front of the mirror. Orlando does have a card in OOTP 25. You may have come across it. He has an 88 gold card, first baseman, 1967 year that it's based off of. So if you have him, how's he doing on your team? And would you agree, Crash, that he's one of the 10 best Giants of all time? Is he in part of your top 10 list? There, you took one name off the list. All right. Who did you take off your list? Which one? Well, thank you, Kay Glegg. That's a nice compliment. And so many members of the community I put in that same basket. They are so giving, helpful, kind, generous, positive. Just, yeah. Speaking of unparalleled talent, this is an unparalleled community. Good to see you, Andy from Sheffield is here. Probably around, what is it, midnight? Is it 12:42 a.m. there in Sheffield or 11:42? I never know if you guys are 7 hours ahead or 12 or 8. All right, and before we get back to the Giants, a little bit about this day in history. What happened in previous March 27th? Let's educate you because I'm a former teacher. Need to educate my students. Did you know on this day in 1879, long time ago, Miller Huggins. One thing I like about OOTP, they put out cards that maybe we haven't heard of before or we don't know much about. And maybe we do some research. Maybe we hear Spore or DishNet talk about these players when they release them. And sometimes they show up in this day in history. And here's a case, Miller Huggins. Chat without looking. What is the level of the Miller Huggins card in OOTP 25? No cheating. No cheating. Warren Fogle. Yes, Warren Fogle. Great Edmonton Oiler. Rob Deere and Headlights, you got it. Miller Huggins is a bronze and his 1908. So he would have been, what, 21, 29 years old, this version of the card there. So on this day, 1879, Miller Huggins comes into the world. And yes, tribute to Gorgo, the biggest Cincinnati Reds fan in the community that I know of. So, oh, baby, got to give some love to the Cincinnati Reds. All right, back in 2 minutes. We'll do a couple more this day in baseball, and then we are going to play Series 1. So time is running out. If you haven't filled the form out yet, there it is. You got about 6 minutes to do that. Back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we're back with a couple more of this day in baseball history. And whether your name is Warren Fogle, Oral Hershiser, Yanni Nienema, or Alex Ovechkin, names I can pronounce, but yet I can't pronounce like Rice Hoskins. You need to have a list somewhere, music lessons with all these streamers' names beside the mispronunciations, because I saw your list, your current team. And there's maybe one name on there I remember mispronouncing. So most of them must be like EVC names. He must have made a mistake on most of them, because I didn't recognize mispronouncing a lot of those names. So I don't mind having one or two and representing. I just don't want to have, I don't want to dominate half the team. That would not be fair to other streamers like Cavacom, EVC, and I Rock This and Spore and Dishnet. One name you'll probably not get one from is Ezra Denny. Ezra does not make mistakes. Now I'm going to be scrutinizing his streams every night. Okay, back to this day in baseball history. Look at that creative logo. Chicago on this day in 1902. I did not know this. I learned something when I was researching this day in history, that the name Cubs apparently was coined by a newspaper. I don't know if it was a competition, but the Chicago Daily News, I don't know the meaning behind it. I did not look that up. If there are any Cubs fans in the house tonight, let us know the origin of Cubs. Obviously, the Bear Cubs. I don't know what the significance of that was Chicago, but on this day in 1902, 122 years ago, the Chicago Cubs got their name. Nap. Napoleon, did you know? See, I should get credit for that, music lessons. That Nap is short for Napoleon. And the reason I know that is because on Twitter sometimes I see some things about cards, physical cards come up, and a chewing gum company released a set of cards, like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 years ago. And you know what they did? You know what they did that was very sneaky? They numbered them, which of course cards are numbered, 1 to like 250. But like number 131 wasn't made. They did not make a number like, I don't know the exact number. I think it was like 130 something. So kids kept buying packs looking to complete their set. Now that they're numbered, they knew which numbers they were missing. And so the chewing gum company, can't remember the name of the company, were a little bit deceivious there. They sold more packs as kids hunted for that last baseball card to complete their set. Yeah, that was sneaky. So I guess the parents, after, the kids kept asking for more money to buy more cards, they wrote the chewing gum company and they said, hey, this card does not exist. And the company finally had to admit, you're right, it does not exist. So all the people that complained were mailed the missing card. And the missing card was Napoleon. And I'm not saying his last name in case I mispronounce it. Yeah, Nap was that missing card. So that was a cool story. See, music lessons, you should cross another name off the list. Okay, Cubs fan Steve, not in the house today, but he is, again, one of our biggest Chicago Cubs fans out there. And on this day in 1938, 1938, Chicago White Sox shortstop Luke Appling fractured his right leg in 2 places and will miss almost half the season. Ouch. Do we have a Luke Appling in the game yet? We do. It is a perfect Appling. And I know a lot of people that, really look at ratings and cards, believe justice was not done on this card because we're so used to meta Appling cards in the past. This one will not last long. It will be replaced. It's probably already replaced. There's probably not a lot of high-level teams using this card. But the player, lights out. Lights out. No, I said Luke. I did not say loop. Nice try. Loop Appling. So there you go. This day in history, 1938. Either that or you have much better ears than I do. All right. We are going to go and get to, we'll talk about packs only later, but let's go to our first series. So I'm going to go close the form off. Where is it here? Today is the 27th. We have 26 entries. So if you're still filling it out, you got like 10 seconds. C. Duncan is in the house. Yes, C. Duncan, your team was drawn yesterday. Your Astros are going to be taking on those 1906 Cubs. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll give you, I see another one just came in. So we'll give it, shouldn't take you longer than 60 seconds to fill that out. So I'll go get the game set up. And then I'll close that off. All right, let's go to new game, historical exhibition. Great thing about OOTP, if you've just purchased the game recently, you can play any two teams in history. You can decide how long the series is going to be, and you can pick opening day rosters that year. You can pick end of season rosters. So our first matchup is going to be a best of 3 between the 1906 Chicago Cubs. That year they went 116-36. Yikes. They're going to be playing C. Duncan's 2019. Sure, I got that correct here. Sean Souls Cubs against C. Duncan's Astros. Yes, 2019. 107 wins, 55 losses. This is going to be a best of 3. 1-1-1. First game at home, away home. And a DH is off. Leave it how it is. And we are using the modern era settings. So probably an advantage, big advantage goes to the Astros. But rather than picking one team or the other, we are going with modern for all series. And we're using the end of season, and we're taking off injuries. There we go. Create exhibition. Trash can, they have not put that in the game yet. Not put that in the game. All right, play ball. Go close the form. Show you guys what everyone's predicting here. Some transparency. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Captain Kegleg with the raise at work. Congratulations. Good stuff. All right, what do we got? 38% think that the Astros and the Royals are going to win today. Okay. 52% think that the first series will go 2 games and the second series will go 3 games. 5 to 8 home runs total in series number 1. And same thing in series number 2, 5 to 8 total home runs. Then our tiebreakers, total runs both teams in both series. Okay, well, let's go and play out series number 1. Double check. I've closed off the form. Yep. Let's create our link. All right, here we go. Again, we go into each game, but we do fast sim the first game of each series, but we do open it up. Take a look at the lineups. All AI, so we double check to make sure the computer, computer is running everything here. And starting the game, here are your community showdown lineups for match number 1. You're visiting Houston Astros. Leading off will be Straw Altuve at second base. Alvarez will be playing left field. Bregman at third base. George Springer will be playing in right field. Correa at shortstop. Gurriel at first base. Maldonado will be your catcher for the Astros today. And on the mound, 2019 Astro, Garrett Cole. 9 for 9 on that one, music lessons. 9 for 9. Wired 247. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Wired, or for the Prime sub there, Wired. Welcome into the Dog Pound. As we do with all new subs here, we give them a little music.
Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine.
Thank you for using the primer. Ezra. Oh, Ezra. You know today is Giants Day. You missed. We got more Giant stuff coming up later, Ezra. We did the first half of it already. Because today's stream is sponsored by Crash SF Giants. He used his Hound Biscuits and he said, Lap, give us all Giants tomorrow. So we're doing a lot of Giant stuff, more stuff later. We're counting down the top 10 Giants players according to this website. Number 10 was Bumgarner. Number 9 was Hubble. And number 8 was Cepeda. I think we just did 3 so far. For your 1906 Chicago Cubs, managed today by Sean Soul 10. We have Gessler in center field. Steinfeld will be playing third base. Frank Chance is at first. Schulte in left field. Kling will be your catcher. Evers at second base. In the number 7 slot is Hoffman. We have Joe Tinker at short. And pitching is Mordecai Brown. Brown versus Cole in this showdown. And Wired, if you're new to OOTP, this is a great community. If you have any questions, fire them off. Everyone was willing to help you out. And if you have any questions about a player named Tony Suck, we even have our resident expert on Tony Suck in chat today. Thank you again for the primer. So again, game 1, we're just going to fast sim it, entire game. And here is your box score. It is a 6-3 victory for the Houston Astros. And you know what? My mistake. We have to redo this. Lap messed up. Going back to the main screen. So we put Houston as home team, but if you watched yesterday, the Chicago Cubs should have had the home team. So that's our exhibition game. That's our pre-game. We got to go back and do this. My mistake. Away team is the Astros. 2019. Home team, Chicago, 1906. Got to do it right. The wheel said Chicago Cubs get the home field advantage. Game number 1. And end of season, no injuries. Now we're good to go. Modern settings. Away team, Houston. Home team, Chicago, 1906, 2019. 3 games, end of season rosters, injuries, disabled. That's what they get for using trash cans in real life. Okay. Back to the play ball. Play. I don't think the managers are going to make any lineups. All computer, yes. And, ooh. They did make, ooh. Now we got Verlander going against Jack. Ooh, so they are going different pitchers here. Interesting. Start game. Fast sim it. And yeah, home field does make a difference. Chicago Cubs of 1906 take game 1, 10-1. In modern era settings, 10-1. Jack, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Verlander takes a beating, 5 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings. Doc Gessler will be player of the game for the 1906 Cubs. And he will go and get 3 hits, 2 runs against, or 2 runs scored. So Cubs take game 1. All right, going to finish today as we head off to Houston. Couple days in between, we go to play. And now we have that Mordecai-Garrett Cole matchup. So we didn't see it in round 1 here. I guess Houston and Chicago wanted these guys playing in Houston. And now they are playing in Houston. Well, hopefully they started the right Verlander. Right. Packed your first perfect in pack only team. Yeah, we're going to do a pack only update a little bit later. Live card. Well, hey, if you play PT live, you got a good, I think he's a starter, right? Good starting pitcher. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Again, we're going to go half inning by half inning until we get to the 7th inning, and then we're going to finish off the rest of it. And if the series ties up at 1, we'll play out the full game for game number 3. Top of the first, nothing for your Chicago 1906 Cubs. Houston, nothing in the bottom of the first. Top of 2, Chicago will score. And a home run by Kling. Kling will get the home run for Chicago 1906. Houston comes back with 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. A walk to Bregman, a double for Correa. Gurriel will double, scoring both runs for Houston, and it is now 2-1 after 2. Top of 3, Cubs get nothing. Mordecai Brown delivering in the bottom of the 3rd, and he does not give up anything. 2 hits apiece, no errors for both teams as we head to the top of the 4th. Yep, Johnny P, you can use, as D King says, you can use perfects. They just have to be live cards. You can't use future legends. They have to be the live version. Top of the fourth, Chicago ties it up. A double for Frank Chance. He will be moved over to third by Frank Schulte. And then an error on Johnny Kling's at bat will score Frank Chance. It is 2-2, heading to the bottom of the fourth. Nothing for Houston. Garrett Cole on the mound for Houston. We'll give up nothing, 3 hits apiece. We go to the bottom of 5, and Houston gets a hit, but no runs. It is still tied at 2 as we go to the 6th. Garrett Cole still on the mound. Nothing for Chicago. Mordecai, his turn here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he will give up nothing. We've got a 2-2 game, folks. We're going to be back after the break and play out the last 3 innings. Can Chicago wrap it up, or will we be going to a deciding game 3? Find out in 2 minutes' time. All right, we are back here on this Wednesday. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be watching this broadcast, this stream, this show. Welcome all in. We are in the midst of our community showdown where 64 managers chose 64 teams. Ultimately, March Madness comes to OOTP community style, and these teams are facing off against each other. Opposition is determined by the spin of a wheel, and today we have 2 matches. First match is the 1906 Chicago Cubs, and they're playing the 2019 Houston Astros. The form is closed off. You cannot enter the giveaway anymore because we are well underway. Chicago won game number 1, and now we're in the top of the 7th, tied at 2. Houston in a must-win situation. And there we go. Chicago with a leadoff hit here in the top of the 7th inning. Solly Hoffman at the plate from the 1906 Cubs, and he will take a walk. Houston in a little bit of trouble here. Garrett Cole still on the mound, delivering to Joe Tinker. Missed bunt opportunity. Try that again, Joe. This time, right to the pitcher, over to first base. Bunt is successful. One away now for Jimmy Sheckard. 2-2 game. Sheckard on the outside corner goes down looking. Oh, big strikeout there. Out number 2. And now Wade Miley coming in for C. Duncan 008's team here. Wade Miley in relief. Lefty going up against Johnny Evers. To the pitcher, over to first, and that will do it. They get out of the inning there. No runs for the Chicago Cubs. Orville overall in the game now for Chicago. He is going to face Carlos Correa. Here comes the pitch. Strikes him out. Overall, first strikeout of the game for him. Gurriel at the plate now for the Houston Astros, and he will go down swinging. Overall, bringing the heat today. Martin Maldonado catching for the Astros at the plate. Takes that one low. Astros have a runner on with 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tie ball game and must-win situation for Houston. Kyle Tucker pinch hitting now in the pitcher spot here for Houston. Lazy fly ball. Going to be grabbed by the first baseman, and no runs in the 7th inning for both teams as we head to the top of the 8th. And I'm not pronouncing this new pitcher for Houston. I'm going to call him R.A. because I know I'll get one of the names wrong there. No freebie for you, music lessons. Perry at the plate here for the Chicago Cubs. It's driven into left field, into the corner, and caught. Alvarez makes the catch in left field. Frank Chance at the plate. Good contact, fairly decent power. Goes into center field, and that's going to be caught for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Astros. Frank Schulte at the plate. And Schulte gets underneath that one. Going, and gone out of the reach of George Springer, the 1906 Cubs. They take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, Houston in trouble now. Johnny Kling at the plate. Kling looking to keep things going here for Chicago. Here comes the pitch. One into left field. Alvarez gets underneath that one. That will be the 3rd out. But Chicago Cubs, 1906, will get a run, and they are up 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Miles Straw at the plate for Houston. Got the top of the order coming up for Houston, and Straw, he drives that one deep into center field, right to the home run sign. It is not a home run, but it is a stand-up double. And the Houston Astros, runner on second with no one out for Jose Altuve. That one, oh, what a grab by the third baseman. We got to see that one. That was a possible run scoring hit there for Altuve. Wow. Overall, with the screwball on that pitch. Strikeout there for Alvarez. 2 down after getting a runner on second base. Alex Bregman at the plate, the cleanup hitter, third baseman for Houston. And that one is low. Bregman will take the walk. Houston has runners on first and second. 2 away. George Springer, current Blue Jay, 2019 Astro. Here comes the pitch. That one got under that one. That is going to be the third out, and we go to the ninth inning. Chicago up by 1. Roberto Osuna in the game for Houston. The Doc at the plate skies that one up there. First out of the inning for Houston. Solly Hoffman at the plate. Deep into the right field bleachers over the home run sign. How appropriate. And Solly Hoffman is going to give the Chicago Cubs a 2-run lead, and that may be enough. Tinker at the plate. Over to short. Fires to first for the out, 2 away. Osuna still in the game, has given up 1 home run. That one, a diving catch by the center fielder, and that will do it for the Cubs in the top of the 9th inning. We go to bottom of 9. Jack Harper for Chicago looking to close out the series here. Sean Sultan, 3 outs away from winning 10 packs as the manager of Chicago 1906. Carlos Correa, tough out here. That one driven up the middle, and Houston has a runner on. Tying run will come up to the plate now. With nobody out, Michael Brantley at the plate. Brantley, little bit of power, little bit of contact, decent eye. That one swung into left field. Will be the first out for Houston here in the bottom of the 9th. Martin Maldonado now, the catcher for Houston. 1 for 3 on the day. That one to second base. They cannot turn the double play. They'll get the runner out at first. And Chicago 1 out away from going to the final 32. Jack Harper looking for the save. Here we go. Can Chicago do it? Runner on second. Tying run at the plate. Let's give Jack Harper a little bit of, what should we give him here? Let's give him, you know what? You get nothing, Jack. You got to earn it. That one into right field, and that will do it. The Chicago Cubs, 1906. Off to them as they will take it, and the Cubs fans watching it at home on the big screen. Cubs win, Cubs win. I couldn't catch that, Captain Kegleg. I couldn't quite catch who was at bat. Sorry about that. I missed that one. Here's your box score. Game number 2, 4 runs for the Cubs on 8 hits, 2 runs for the Astros on 6 hits, 1 error for the Astros. Your player of the game is Mordecai Brown, who will not get the decision here. He will pitch 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Garrett Cole, no decision as well. He goes 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, only 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. So strong game by Mr. Garrett Cole. 2 hits apiece for Chance and Schulte. And for Houston, they get 3 hits from Correa and 2 hits from Miles Straw. So congratulations, Sean Sultan. 10 packs will be making their way to your account at some point in the next 48 hours, and Chicago will be moving on. You will join the winner's circle with Minerva's Royals and IBDB's Seattle Mariners. Okay. Frank Schulte is the series MVP. All right, before we get to series number 2, let's go find out how many people chose the Cubs. How do I want to do this? We'll do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the 29 entries chose the Cubs to win. So Andy, KC86, TB, Naspace, Pascal, Captain Kegleg, Crash, SF Giants, Johnny P, Rob Deer and Headlights, Mort, Monter Don, Sean, and Charles. All got the first series correct. And it looks like 4 have chosen the Royals in the second series. So we'll get back to that a little bit later. But first, we got to get back to a little bit more Giants love. Because I think Ezra's in the house now. Ezra, some more Giants love for you. And not only Giants love, Ezra, but you are the shout out of the stream. You are the streamer I am shouting out today. If you do not follow this gentleman, you are missing out on some entertainment and some San Francisco love. And you just ignore that clip that I posted because I'm still distraught that Ezra pulled Daddy Wags before I did. 3 packs. I got him in pack 313, and Ezra got him in, I think, like 308 or 309. So close. But Ezra did pull the Daddy Wags. He celebrated. There's the little highlight there of his celebration. That's what you get when you watch Ezra Denny 5 nights a week, 11:30 Eastern, right here on Twitch. Daddy came home. One of Ezra's highlights in OOTP 24 was pulling that Leon Wagner and having him in the game. And Leon is in the game already this year. He's got a 70 rated card as a silver. So again, check out Ezra Denny, www.twitch.tv/Ezra Denny. Look at that smile. Look at him. That's a genuine excitement there for Leon Wagner. All right, this day in baseball history. Did you know on this day back in 1987, the New York Mets acquired David Cone? Yep, David Cone, former Blue Jay as well, or he would become a Blue Jay later on in his career, I guess. But the New York Mets acquire David Cone. David Cone, of course, has a card in Perfect Team this year already. He has a 95 rated diamond card with his New York Yankees in 1998. So 1998 Yankees, David Cone. I hear a lot of people saying they're having success with this card. I don't know if that's everyone, but I have seen a few people report that David Cone is doing well for them. So congratulations if you're using Cone and he's successful, because you do not want the next David Cone. It was a mere 5 years later on this exact day, synchronicity, take a drink. 3 women charged David Cone with exposing himself while in the bullpen at Shea Stadium. Dave, what do you have against March 27th? What goes on in your world to disrupt your March 27th? You give David a bad name. Dave Steeb would be ashamed. So yes, 1987, the Mets pick up David Cone, and then 5 years later, while on the Mets, a little bit of shenanigans out there in the bullpen. Yeah, with Shea. I wonder if the mascot was around doing some of those things the Mets mascot has been known to do. Didn't see that one coming. I just thought that was cool. It was on the same day, March 27th. Getting ready for the regular season, were you, David? Huh? Pressing the ladies out there or something? Well, look at those ladies. They look like they're lookers. There you go. Oh, man. But he does have an uncensored version in the game. David Cohn, 1998, New York Yankees. On this day in 2002, 22 years ago, we got to give some love to the Canadian teams. Jose Canseco was released by the Montreal Expos. 38 home runs short of reaching 500. Batted .258, hit 16 home runs for the Chicago White Sox the previous season. Appeared in 76 games, but will not play in the major leagues again. Jose Canseco, leaving the game as an Expo 22 years ago. Jose does have a card in the game, a 9Z card. Yeah, he's got one of those error cards. It's 9Z or Z for you Americans. I don't know if that's a 7 or a 2. I'm guessing a 2. I don't know. One or the other. Jose Canseco, the Oakland Athletics, has a peak card. If you've pulled them in a pack, you're probably using them on your team. 90Z to you Americans. And he did have a card last year in the game too. And if you watch our good friend Cavicom, and if you don't, are you living under a rock? Or are you just busy on Sundays? Cavicom last week, he was like a 7-year-old kid in a candy store because Cava on stream Sunday pulled the 98 Jose Canseco from OOTP 24. Here's a guy that when he opens packs from OOTP 23, he still gets excited. Yeah, he does not stop playing the game, even though the rest of us mainly do. So Jose Canseco, released by the Montreal Expos on this day 22 years ago. Giants love. Back to our all-time top 10. We'll see if Ezra and Crash SF agree with these upcoming Giants in the top 10. First of all, currently the San Francisco Giants or the New York Giants have 2 perfect cards in the game right now. Just 2. Historicals. We're not talking about lives. I don't even think they have any lives in there. 2 perfects. That's it for the Giants. They're not getting any love. Perfect number 1 is Jack. I'm not saying his name in case I mispronounce it. Catcher from 1912, the dead ball era with the New York Giants. And the second perfect card in the game. You know who it is? Who is it? Who is the only other perfect card with the Giants in OOTP 25? Come on, chat. Nope, Bumgarner does not have a card in the game yet. Madison is not there. Nope. Not Clark. Nope. Not Lincecum. It is the only other Giant perfect card in the game right now. Yes. We call him the Haymaker in the game. He had a little bit of a makeover. He looks a little different than he did back in 1983 from when the card came out. Yes, Ezra, some love for your Giants today. And Ezra, if you're still around, we did show the logos. Let me go back because I'm curious. Ezra, what's your favorite Giants logo here? The chat was kind of all over the place, but they kind of went with the 1958 one. See you, Crash. Thanks again for sponsoring the show today and bringing some Giants love to viewers all over the world. 58 or 77. Yeah. My favorite, I said, was 58. I do like that. I do like both of those. Like I said, though, the 77 just seems like I think of basketball when I see that orange ball. I like the white ball better. Okay. So back. So yeah, Giants right now only have 2 perfect cards in the game. I'm sure they'll have more. Obviously, we're going to get probably Will Clark, Bumgartner, and a few others along the way. Coming in at number 7 on the Giants' top 10 list, Juan Marichal. Yes, 3 pitchers have made the top 10 so far. Bumgartner, Carl Hubble, and Marichal making the top 10. Renowned for his high leg kick and masterful command of a dizzying array of pitches, his artistry on the mound was nothing short of breathtaking. The Dominican dandy amassed an outstanding 243 victories during his 14-year tenure with the Giants, cementing his place amongst the game's all-time elite pitchers. Great spirit, unwavering commitment to excellence, going to have a lasting impact on the Giants organization for all time. Juan Marichal comes in the number 7 slot as all-time Giant. Coming in at number 6, a guy that was traded by Ezra to the St. Louis Cardinals, but we will still remember him as a Giant, Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey, who passed away in the last few years, the embodiment of raw power, imposing presence, struck fear in the hearts of opposing pitchers with his thunderous swing, known as Stretch, due to his frame and for his scooping of errant throws to first base. McCovey's unfaltering work ethic and unquenchable thirst for success cemented him as a cornerstone of the Giants, not the Cardinals, the Giants franchise. Willie McCovey comes in at the number 6 slot for the all-time Giants. And before we get to the second series, coming in at number 5, a name all of us know, more modern-day Giant, Buster Posey. Buster Posey, a consummate leader, talent behind the plate. Again, suffered some big-time injuries. One of the most decorated catchers of all time, known for his exceptional game-calling ability, clutch hitting, and played an instrumental role in guiding them to 3 World Series championships in 5 years. Shining example of resilience and determination. His remarkable career stands as an inspiration to ball players everywhere. And Buster Posey does not have a card in OOTP 25 yet. However, towards the end of last cycle, he did have a tournament edition card. Very good card. It ended up being one of the best catchers in OOTP 24 when all was said and done. We will see a card at some point for Buster. Well deserving of the perfect card. And by the way, synchronicity, take a drink. You too, music lessons. Raise your glasses in celebrating Buster's birthday. Oh, yeah. Born March 27th in Georgia. Drafted by the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in the 50th round. What a steal, the 50th round. And I guess the Giants in the first round of 2008. Played in Florida State University and attended high school in Georgia. Happy birthday to you, Buster Posey. All right, let's get back to the showdown. We're looking for our second team to advance. We've got The 1985 Kansas City Royals are going to be home team, and this time the 06 Cubs, Mr. Wrestling 2, sponsoring them in the second series. They will be the visiting team in games number 1 and 3 if necessary. All right, here we go. New game, historical exhibition. And away team, Chicago 1906. In an amazing season, 116 wins for the Cubs back then. Home team is your 1985 Kansas City Royals. 91 wins, 71 losses. I remember that year well because the Blue Jays, again, had a very good team. Well, they came up against the, I think, the Oakland Athletics that year. 3 games, 1-1-1. Modern era, end of season, injuries are turned off. Double check, away team, Chicago Cubs 1906, visiting team, Kansas City Royals 1985. 3 games, 1-1-1. Modern era strategies, end of season rosters, disabled, injuries. Here we go. Well, let's put up a little Hound Biscuit prediction here. Let's let you guys wager some biscuits here. Who will win this series? Winner of series. Very simple poll. Bet those Hound Biscuits so you can play kitty kitty even more in the coming days. Will it be the Royals? Or will it be the Cubs? We'll leave it up for 1 minute. All right, the game was set up. Let's go play ball. Again, we're going to fast sim the first game after we go through our starting lineups. Your visiting team, the 1906 Chicago Cubs, leading off Doc Gessler. Playing third base, Harry Steinfeld. Hitting third at first base, Frank Chance. And in the cleanup spot will be Frank Schulte. Frank and Frank back to back. Catching for the Chicago Cubs, Johnny Kling. Playing second base and hitting sixth, Johnny Evers. Playing in right field, Solly Hoffman. Playing short and hitting eighth will be Joe Tinker. And pitching in game 1 on the road for the Chicago Cubs will be Jack. Yeah. Your hometown, 1985 Kansas City Royals, sponsored by Berry Basher. You've had kitty kitty stuck in your head all day. All right. Speaking of having things stuck in your head, we gotta for Pops Dongoria. He wants to hear a little a little bit of pirate music for Pops.
Ho, hi, ho, coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. It's a ho, hey, hi, hey, farmers bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. It's a hey, ho, hi, ho, coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. It's a ho, hey, hi, hey, farmers bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. When you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shore.
There you go. A little bit of Captain Tractor and the Last Saskatchewan Pirates. Going out to Pops Dongoria. A little bit late, but I just noticed it now. Tone Loke 82. Thank you for the follow here. And DFOTOP. DF. double check that. DFOTP. Thank you for the most recent follow here. And we had some pirate music. We had some cheering for the 06 Cubs earlier. We had a little Mario sound. But you know what Warbot likes? Warbot wants to hear a little bit of this for you, Captain. So just when the song was almost out of your conscience, it's back for another day. Thank you, Warbot, for redeeming your biscuits. Thank you, Pops Dongoria, for redeeming your biscuits, even though you beat me 4-0 in the 5L yesterday. Thank you for that. Yeah, maybe I need to put one on for 100,000 Hound Biscuits. You can wipe Kitty Kitty from the playlist for a day. What is on a cooldown? I think I have a maximum of 3 or 4 times, so you can't constantly use it, and once per user. So Warbot can't just keep spamming Kitty Kitty. Sorry, Warbot. I know you're trying. For your 1985 Kansas City Royals, hitting in the leadoff spot, their left fielder, Lonnie Smith, hitting second, Willie Wilson. He'll be manning the center field position. George, what's his name? George Brett will be hitting third and playing third base. Steve Balboni, the power hitter, home run guy, hitting in the cleanup role. Frank White will be playing second. Pat Sheridan will be out in right field. Jim Sandberg will be catching the game today. Mr. Concepcion will be playing shortstop. And Brett Saberhagen will be on the mound for game 1. It'll be Saberhagen against Jack in game 1 in Kansas City. Okay, game number 1, we fast sim it. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Let's check our predictions here. We have 80%, 2,000 biscuits bet on the Cubs and 500 biscuits bet on the Royals. So if the Royals win this, whoever that one person is betting on the Royals, you're going to be able to play Kitty Kitty. Okay, here we go. Don't want to choose the outcome yet. It is a thrilling 4-3 game, and the Kansas City Royals will defeat the visiting Chicago Cubs by a score of 4-3. Barry Basher's 85 Royals. Brett Saberhagen goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, only 1 walk and 4 strikeouts for the Kansas City starter. He is player of the game. Not so well for Jack. 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. For Chicago, they will get a 4-for-4 day for Joe Tinker. Tinker, 26 years old in 1906. And he's never been really known as a hitter. Looks like he's still developing in 1906. Only hit 233. But he goes 4-for-4. He did what he could. 1 run, 4 hits. But only 8 hits for the Royals, but it got them the 4 runs. 1 error for Kansas City. Who can we call out? Concepcion with the error at shortstop. Any home runs? Yes, Balboni would get a home run, and it would be no home runs for Chicago. All right, game 1 to the Royals. We go to Chicago, and Mordecai Brown taking on Danny Jackson in game number 2. Got to favor, I think, Mordecai here. All right, let's go back and start the game. Computer, start. Again, we go half inning by half inning until we get to the 7th inning, and then we'll play the rest of it out. Here we go. Top of the 1st inning, Kansas City at bat, and they will get a run. Right off the bat, a double by Willie Wilson. He will steal third base, and then he'll score on a ground out from George Brett. Chicago, they will get a run as well in the 1st inning. A single by Steinfeld. Gessler with a single. Frank Chance will move Steinfeld to third. Schulte will strike out, and with 2 out, Johnny Kling will drive home Steinfeld with a single. 1-1 going to the 2nd. Kansas City back on the scoreboard. Barry Basher's 85 Royals will get a walk to Sheridan, and then a double by Concepcion moves Sheridan to third, and an error with Lonnie Smith at the plate will bring Sheridan home. 2-1 Kansas City going to the bottom of the 2nd. Nothing for Chicago. Top of 3, another run. 1-1-1. This time, a solo shot from Steve Balboni. 28-year-old Steve Balboni back in 1985 in real life. He hit 36 home runs, career high for Balboni back in 1985. So we're definitely getting probably the best Balboni in the game. 146 hits, 74 runs. Yeah, that was his peak year. Bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs for Chicago. They're down 3-1, a must-win game for Chicago. Top of 4, nothing for Kansas City. Danny Jackson will pitch to the Cubs here in the 4th inning, and they get nothing. 4 hits for the Royals, 3 hits for the Cubs. Mordecai Brown to deliver here in the 5th inning. Kansas City with 2 runs. Willie Wilson will single, and George Brett with a 2-run shot. Barry Basher's Kansas City Royals are a few innings away from advancing to the round of 32. Danny Jackson still on the mound. 2 strikeouts, 4 innings pitched. And he will get out of it without a hit. 3 hits for the Cubs. Here we go to the top of the 6th. Orville overall back in the game, and he gets out of it. Nothing for Kansas City. Danny Jackson here in the bottom of the 6th. Nothing. Jackson having a game. Let's take a look at that box score. 4 hits for Chicago after 6 innings. 7 hits for your Kansas City Royals. Jack Taylor in the game now for Chicago. All right, a little bit of game action here. We'll play out the last 3 innings. 5-1 game for Kansas City. Things well in control. 1 out. George Brett at the plate hit a 2-run shot back in the 5th inning, and this one is driven into right field for out number 2. Chicago at home here, looking to get something going in the bottom of the 7th. Balboni deep to left field, but that will be held up and that will be caught. by Schulte. 7th inning stretch time. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chicago Cubs. Must-win situation. We had the Sean-So Cubs. They won their series against Houston, but this Cubs team is having their struggles. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Danny Jackson still in the game for the Royals. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 6 2/3 inning. Jimmy Sheckard pinch hitting now for the Cubs. And again, first baseman handles that easily. Go to the top of the 8th inning. Carl Lundgren, one of the best iron cards in the game last year. If you played OOTP 24, you used Carl Lundgren in iron. Frank White at the plate. It's great seeing these cards we use, like playing the game. Did not know he was a member of the 1906 Cubs. Pat Sheridan with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. That will be out number 2. Jim Sundberg catching for the Royals today, and he will strike out. However, the Cubs are 6 out away from being eliminated here in match number 2. Harry Steinfeld leading off for the Cubs here in the 8th inning. Ooh, good eye, Harry. 3rd walk of the game for Jackson. And they're going to bring in now, they're going to bring in the bullpen here. Tony. Oh, Tony. Up against Doc Gessler. 1 on, nobody out. Cubs looking to get a rally going. That one gets over the head of George Brett. And Chicago has runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody out. And Frank Chance, the number 3 hitter at the plate, hitting .333 in the World Series so far. Frank delivers deep to center field. That one is gone. The fans going wild here in Chicago.
All right. Yes.
485 feet. That'll make it a 5-4 game. And Mr. Wrestling, who is managing these 06 Cubs in this series, Mr. Wrestling is not quite out of it yet. All right. No one out. 1-run game. And the Cubs keep on swinging. Johnny Kling at the plate. We have ourselves a game. All right, let's might as well put the sound on because it's getting excited here. Let's get the sound going. Let me go over here. And have a little bit of sound. All right, 1 away, bottom of the 8th, Johnny Evers at the plate. Throw over to first, not in time. Where is that peanut guy when you need him? We need some peanuts, some hot dogs. And not those kind of dogs.
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
That one, Evers into left field. That's going to be caught. Out number 2. Runner on first, Solly Hoffman at the plate. Cubs down by 1, bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be a little base. Oh, no. That is not going to be a base hit. What a grab there by the second baseman. And we go to the ninth inning, 1-run game. Kansas City back up. Hal McRae at the plate, pinch hitting in the number 8 slot for the Kansas City Royals. McRae delivers, that gets by the first baseman. Kansas City has a runner on with nobody out here in the ninth inning. Jorge Orta at the plate, another pinch hitter, back-to-back pinch hitters here for Kansas City. Over to second, back to first for the double play. And the Royals looking for an insurance run here against Carl Lundgren. Lonnie Smith, top of the order here, up 4. The Kansas City Royals, and Lonnie Smith goes down watching, goes down looking. And it comes down to this, bottom of the ninth. Joe Tinker at the bottom of the order coming up for Chicago. Tinker, second base, over to first, out number 1. Dan Quisenberry on relief here. They've got their closer in, looking for the save. Quisenberry got the first out. Jimmy Slagle at the plate, pinch hitting in the pitcher spot. Quisenberry with the pitch, full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one is driven into center field. Base hit for Jim Slagle. Chicago 1 on, 1 out. Harry Steinfeld, third baseman, not having a great World Series. Harry, that one jams him, but he gets it into right field. Runner advances around second, going for third, and safe. Don't look now. Chicago threatening here in the ninth. Runners on second and third, 1 away, and they got the meat of their order coming up. Gessler, Chance, and Schulte. If they can't get it done here, they don't deserve to win. Gessler digs in at the plate. Quisenberry shakes off a pitch. Shakes off another pitch. Here it comes. 1-1 count. That one driven into left field. That's going to fall into the gap. 1 run comes in, 2 runs come in, and the Chicago Cubs walk it off here. Woo!
Winner.
The Cubs will force a game-deciding number 3 here. Did not see that one coming. Thought Kansas City had it in the bag. Congratulations, Chicago Cubs. Mr. Wrestling 2 back in this series. 3 runs in the 8th, 2 runs in the 9th. Mordecai Brown ran into trouble early, but the bullpen, overall, Taylor and Lundgren with the win. And the Chicago Cubs from 1906 look to join the other Chicago Cubs as our other winner today. Rick, yeah, what an exciting matchup there. I would have bet money that Kansas City would have finished it out. When you got Quisenberry coming in, man. 3 hits for Gessler. 2 hits apiece for Chance and Steinfeld. For Kansas City, they will get that 2-run home run from George Brett. He will finish the day with 3 RBIs. And Willie Wilson will have a couple hits and a couple runs for Kansas City. Jackson, man, what a game by Jackson. 4 hits, 2 earned runs. But Quisenberry and Tony will give up 4 runs. Man, oh man, oh man. That close for Barry Basher to advance. Well, that means we go to game number 3. Ed against Mike. Ed and Mike. Mike and Ed will face off. I think they may change it once we have the off days done. So we're going to finish today. We'll go into the game. And let's see who they decide to start. All right. We've got, 10 packs go to the winner. Loser gets nothing here. It's all or nothing as we go to, and for this game here, I always go to the 5th inning. So we play a little bit more of it. Top of the first, nothing for Chicago. Kansas City, nothing as well. 1 hit for Chicago, nothing for Kansas City. We go to the top of the 2nd inning. Chicago cannot get anything going. Ed in the game, pitching for Chicago. Frank White will lead things off here for Kansas City. And they get a hit. A double by Pat Sheridan, but they cannot cash Pat in. Mike Lacoste in the game, pitching for Kansas City. He's had a couple good innings so far. Make that had a couple good innings. The Chicago Cubs of 1906 get to Lacoste in the 3rd inning. Look at this. Solly Hoffman will lead off with a walk. Tinker gets on an error. And then the pitcher spot sacrifices them to 2nd and 3rd. Gessler will single home Hoffman and Tinker. Tinker will advance and score on that single. 2 runs there. Steinfeld will walk. Frank Chance will single. And then a sacrifice fly by Frank Schulte gets Chicago the 3rd run. Well, Kansas City, your time for a comeback. You're up 5-1 going to the 8th inning. You got to come back in you. Nothing in the 3rd inning for Kansas. We go to top of 4, 0. And for Kansas City, nothing as well. Chicago in the 5th. Then we play it out. 2 more runs for the Chicago Cubs. A solo shot by Frank Chance. And then Johnny Evers will single home. Looks like Frank Schulte. Kansas City, I think that might be it. You got to get something going in the bottom of the 5th here. They do not. A 1-hitter going. Let's go to the top of the 6th inning. Charlie Liebrandt on the mound now. And Chicago keeps on coming. Pitching spot due up. They're going to keep the pitcher in. Why not? He's throwing a 1-hitter. That is a missed opportunity to sacrifice the runner over. Doc Gessler with 1 out. He will walk. And Barry Basher's hopes and dreams may be coming to an end as Mr. Wrestling with authority. Oh, don't look now. But Lonnie Smith with a game-saving catch. That would have definitely been it if that would have fallen in there. Lonnie Smith, we got to give you a little bit of love here, Lonnie. Track that one well. 2 outs here, Frank Chance. And that will be the 3rd out of the 6th inning. Okay, we need the rally caps. Kansas City. Here we go, Kansas. Here we go. All right, time to put the sound back on. See if Kansas can get back going here. Willie Wilson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Over to first, 1 away. Fourth walk for the Chicago pitcher. They do have a runner on first for Steve Balboni. Okay, he can make this, he can put a couple runs on the board here, Steve. Come on, Steve. Nope, strikes out. 2 away for Frank White. He will trot down to first base. Runners on first and second. 2 away, bottom of the 6th inning. Orta at the plate. That one, a hot shot. First baseman handles it, and that'll do it for Kansas City as we go to the top of the 7th. Frank Schulte at the plate. Deep fly ball, center field. Caught by Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson doesn't, not many balls escape Willie Wilson out in center field. Johnny Kling at the plate with 1 out. Kling gets on base with a single. Going to bring up Johnny Evers. Johnny Evers hitting 182 in the World Series so far. Bud Black in the game for Kansas City. And Black with authority gets the strikeout. 2 out for Solly Hoffman. Runner steals second base easily. Kling at second. Hoffman at the plate. And Bud Black gets Kansas City out of the inning, and we go to bottom of 7. Time running out. 1 hit for Kansas City. Jim Sundberg at the plate, and Mr. Jack Taylor pitching for the Royals. We're actually pitching for the Cubs. Royals are at bat. Concepcion at bat here. Deep into the gap. That goes to the season ticket sign. You want season tickets? Call 123-123-1234. Get your season tickets for the upcoming season now. Comes with cotton candy. And if you act now, we will give you
Red Hots. Get your Red Hots here.
Red Hots for every home game. Darryl Motley. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Darryl Motley coming in. Right fielder. Drives that one into left field. Runner comes around third. That is going to be the first run of the game for Kansas City. And that is another hit for the Royals. RBI double for Motley. It is now 5-1. And the good news is they're at the top of the lineup with 1 out. Smith, Wilson, and if we get there, George Brett. Lonnie Smith, Jack Taylor delivers. Freezes the runner at second base, 2nd out. Willie needs to get on base. Any way, Willie. Any way you can get on base for George. Here comes the pitch. And he does. He's going to pop that one into left field. Runner comes around second. Motley is going to score. And that's going to be the 2nd run for Kansas City with George Brett coming up. 3-run game. Can Kansas City do what the Chicago Cubs did to them in game number 2? The crowd cheering on Brett. Playing in Royal Stadium. Jack Taylor with the pitch. Brett takes it low. He takes the walk. Well, 5-0 turns into tying run at the plate. Power guy, Steve Balboni. Here comes the pitch. And he goes down looking. Oh, wasted opportunity there for the Royals as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Tinker at the plate, and Tinker is out. Jimmy Sheckard up against Bud Black. Bud Black has pitched a great game in relief here. Well, now that I've said that, he's walked a guy. But up until then, he's pitched a great game. Doc Gessler in the center field. Easy play for Willie Wilson. 2 away for Harry Steinfeld. Harry to third. Brett fires it over to first in time for the third out of the 8th inning. Well, Kansas City scored 2 in the 7th. Can they get a couple more here? White, the pitcher spot, and Sundberg due up for Kansas City. Jack Harper in the game now. Harper delivers, and that one is a deep drive to right field over the outfield fence. Kansas City. Third one. I don't know. I am not counting Barry Basher out yet. No one out. 5-3 game. Here we go. Kansas City. Hal McGray. First out of the 8th inning. Whale King, good to see you. I know you've played this game before. I've seen you in Discord. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. You got to have a close-up for this. Welcome, Whale King. Things have changed quite a bit probably since the last time you played the game. The game was not streamed as much. Now you got OOTP going pretty much 12 to 16 hours a day of streamers. So there's rarely a moment that you're not going to find someone streaming the game. And I thank you for coming to the Dog Pound and hanging out with us here. Let's see if you can bring Kansas City a little bit of luck here. One out in the 8th. That one deep to center field, and that one against the wall. Kansas City has a runner on second base sliding in. Ooh. Who was that? Jim Sundberg with the double. Wow. All right, we got to come back to this screen here. Got to see what's going on. Only got so many screens to work with. Well, thank you, Captain Kegley. Giving out a gift sub to the Whale King. Wow. And I think that moves you up to my number one gift subber now. That deserves a little bit of recognition. For those that are still watching, let's raise a glass to the captain. Big supporter of many channels, including mine. Want to thank you for putting litter in the kitty box, putting coffee in the cup, putting smiles on many faces, and putting a lot of energy into many of the streams that you participate in. This one's for you, Captain. Thank you so much. Okay, back to the game. Runner on second base. One out. You know what? We got to put this back on the... for me to play the sounds, it's got to be on a different screen, unfortunately. So let's put it on a different screen here. Let's get the sounds of the game going. Hey, let's get
peanuts, get your peanuts here.
And throw in
Red
a few.
Hots, get your red hots here.
Let's get the Kansas City pumped up. Let's get them started. All right, here we go. Runner on second, one out, tying run at the plate in the form of Concepcion. That one is driven deep. Oh, no. I thought, showboating. Kessler, what are you doing showboating? Come on. What are you doing? You overran it. I'm not giving you credit for a good catch there. You misplayed that. But you caught it anyway. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kansas City down by 2. Motley, who had a big hit in the 7th inning, back at the plate. Jack Harper with the pitch. That one to short, over to first in time, and that will do it for the Royals here in the 8th inning, but they do get a run in the 8th inning to make it 5-3, and they will have the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th inning. But Quisenberry has to prevent some runs here. He could not do that in game 2. Frank Chance, 2 for 4 on the day, pops that one up. Shortstop, no, that's actually the catcher. Sundberg has that for out number 1. Frank Schulte now. Frank and Frank show today. Schulte to second, over to first in time. 2 out. All right, Kansas City, you need to get out of this inning without giving anything up. Kling at the plate. And that one, Concepcion with the outstanding defensive play. For those of you new to the game, if you want to see a replay, you hit Shift F10. And that brings up what you saw there. Great play by Concepcion. The 1906 Chicago Cubs are 3 outs away from advancing, along with the other 1906 Chicago Cubs. 3 more outs. What do you think? Are they going to do it? Big game. Big game here. We got packs to be won. Will it be Mr. Wrestling 2 or will it be Barry Basher? Plus, we have our community giveaway of 5 packs too for whoever made the right predictions. Here we go. Let's bring it on. Lonnie Smith, Willie Wilson, and George Brett, followed by Steve Balboni. Jack Harper stays in the game for the Cubs. Oh, a bunt for hit opportunity and successful. Lonnie Smith. What a gutsy call there. Here's my, that was a gutsy call, look. Whoa. Bunting for a hit here in the 9th inning, down by 2. He does his job. He gets on base. I'm out of coffee. Captain, can you deliver me some coffee to Alberta here? I'm out. All right, Willie Wilson. What do you do if you're the manager here? You let him swing away with George Brett coming up? Do you have him bunt with George Brett, but then they're going to intentionally walk Brett? I'm wondering what you guys do as the manager. This is a tough call as a manager. Willie Wilson hitting 364. I'm just going to read the chat. What do you guys think? Intentional strikeout. You know what? I think if I'm the manager, I say the bat does not leave your shoulder. You leave the bat on the shoulder. I don't want you swinging at anything. Nothing with George coming up. You recommend the Fox and the Snow blend from Columbus, Ohio. Medium roast with lovely hints of English toffee and caramel. Ooh, caramel. Sounds good. I'm just curious what you guys would do here. Like, seriously, in a World Series, you're down by 2, runner on first, no one out, and George Brett and Steve Balboni. Game-tying potential coming up at bat. Pop says, swing away. If the runner on first was the tying run, you consider a bunt, but not before. But do you let him swing and potentially hit into a double play? Let's see if we can see Willie Wilson here. I mean, he's got good contact, but I mean, it's tough to double these guys up, right? They both have really good speed. 1985. What did Mr. Willie Wilson do? 168 hits. In 1985, he grounded into 6 double plays. That's not, yeah, I think you do let him swing away. You got speed on first, speed at the plate. Here we go. Sean says swing away. Here comes the pitch from Jack Harper. Uh-oh. Third. Oh, I thought that might have been turned there for a double play. Oh, that was hit hard. Let's see that again. Yeah, they didn't want to risk it. I think they could have turned 2 there based on the animation. Okay, here it comes down to George Brett, the tying run at the plate. Chicago, Jack Harper still in the game. Let's give you a full view. 1 away for Brett. He swings, gets jammed a little bit, and oh, another outstanding catch there by Schulte. And that's going to do it for George Brett. Good news is they got another power guy coming up. Who are they facing here? They're facing a righty. How does Steve do against the righties? He's better against the righties. On deck. Who do we got on deck? We've got Frank White on deck. Well, Balboni has 2 home runs in the World Series so far. So if I'm the manager of Chicago, I might just intentionally walk him. I don't know if I want to pitch to Balboni, but then you put the winning run at the plate. Oh, man, I'm glad I'm not managing. All right, let's see. Steve against Jack. I got to put myself on just in case it's a home run. Here comes the pitch. Oh, he strikes out. The Cubs do it. The Cubs do it. They defeat Barry Basher's Royals by a score of 5-3. Back-to-back 1906 Cubs win. Both teams will make it to the round of 32. Will they play each other? Well, who knows? Because all 32 winners will go back on the wheel. And we respin. We do not seed the teams here. We do not put them in brackets or anything like that. Winners go back on the wheel. Both 1906 Cubs teams win. What a heartbreaker for the Royals, who win game 1 4-3. They give up 5 runs in game 2 after having a 5-1 lead in the 8th inning. Those 1906 Cubs, they were good for a reason. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. All right. Well, let's go back and let's end our San Francisco Giant love before we declare our winner. We can kind of narrow it down a little bit here. Well, let's see if we have a winner right now. Let's go and use a filter. Well, it is Cubs and Cubs. One home team, one visiting team. How many games will it go? Sean, you swept, right? I believe you swept. So 2 games in Series 1 and 3 games in Series 2. Where did my filter go? remove filter, create a filter. There we go. So it was Cubs and Cubs. And first series is 2 games. Second series is 3 games. Oops, that's the one I do want. 2 games, 3 games. Oh, we still have quite a bit of people that are in contention and in the thrill of doing all this. And because these are historical exhibition games, they do not get saved. And so I have to go back and watch the VOD to, I did have all the box scores up so I can calculate the home runs, because that's the next question. How many home runs in each of the series? So to be thorough and fair and not guess, I will go back and watch the VOD, and we will find out who our winner is once I do that after the stream. So it will either be Warbot, Sean, Monterre Don, Rob Deer and Headlights, Crash SF Giants, Captain Kegleg, and Pascal. One of those will receive the 5 packs. We do know that 10 packs will go to Sean Sol 10 for managing one of the Cubs teams, and Mr. Wrestling for managing the second Cubs team. Okay. Let's finish this off with our final look at the San Francisco Giants. Controversial? Yes. A fan favorite while he played with the Giants? Yes. And the website I used did not look at his performance, if you know what I mean, on the field. And they put him in at number 4 of the top 10 San Francisco Giants of all time. We will move on. Coming in the number 3 slot is Christy Mathewson. Yeah, great dead ball pitcher. You can't argue. One of the greatest dead ball pitchers, pinpoint accuracy, uncanny ability to read the hitters, dominated the opposing lineups, several complete games, several shutout games, even appeared in a silent film. Yeah, Christy Mathewson was in a silent film after his baseball career, and I believe served in World War I. I think he did. He did serve in World War I. So his influence on the game stands as an eternal testament to his worthiness as a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Christy Mathewson, the 3rd best Giant, according to this site, of all time. Well, that leaves 2 left. Who do you think this site considers the best 2 San Francisco Giants? And while you guys are putting some names down, I'm going to pay out the Helm Biscuit bet, because I can do that. Prediction. The Royals, whoever bet on the Royals did not win. It was the Cubs. There you go. Mays and Lincecum for Captain Kegleg. Or is comically low? Yeah. You know what? I think whatever website I took this from, that was their way of punishing him, probably. Trying to stay not overly controversial, because if you put him as number 1, Mathewson, I think, is a great choice at number 3. So hard to distinguish between era players. Number 2, Christy Mathewson does not have a card currently in the game. And of course, Bonds does not, because he does not allow his licensing to be used like other players. But Mathewson did have a perfect tournament card in the game last year. At number 2 is Mel Ott. Mel Ott coming in at number 2. A true testament to consistency, longevity. He remains the youngest player in MLB history to reach 100 home runs. Born in Louisiana, and he spent his entire 22-year career with the Giants, leading them to 3 pennants and the 1933 World Series championship. The Sultan of SWAT's spirit and clutch performance left an indelible mark on the Giants organization and enshrined him as a member of baseball royalty. Yes, Captain, you missed on the opportunity, but you cashed in after the fact. There you go. So, Pops, I mean, of the people still in chat here, I know you're a big San Francisco Giant fan. Can you see him as number 2, or for you, it should still be no doubt Barry Bonds? Like, where 22 years as a Giant has to count for something. Youngest player to reach 100 home runs. Just, man, when you think Giants, Mel Ott's got to be up there. The reason I have my Gladiator logo is because in OOTP 23, he was the first diamond historical card I pulled. He stayed on my team for 20 years. No, actually, he stayed on longer than that. And he was the captain of my OOTP 23 Gladiator team. So I always, it's funny, this game, how it brings us closer to players. I never would have thought otherwise about Mel Ott. I would never have known much about him. But because he was the first diamond historical, he played on my team for a long time, and now he's like a mainstay. I'm always looking for Mel Ott cards. Currently in the game, he does have a 95 rated diamond card, and I do have him on my Gladiators. I might have even pulled him on my Packs Only team. But Willie Mays does come in at number 1. I think you ask 100 people, and 95 are probably going to say Willie Mays is number 1. Maybe the younger generation would go for a Barry Bonds, probably. Some would probably even say Buster Posey, because that's all they know. Or a Bumgarner. That's all they've seen. It's harder for young people to appreciate older players like Ott and Mays. Arguably the most legendary player in Giants history, dazzling fans with his iconic over-the-shoulder catch, unmatched defensive instincts, and remarkable 660 career home runs. I believe Willie Mays at one point said he would have beat Hank Aaron home run wise if he didn't play in the stinking San Francisco ballpark, that the ballpark wasn't the most ideal ballpark for a Willie Mays type hitter. So getting 660 career home runs is quite the feat. So yeah, we might not be talking as much about Hank Aaron if Willie would have played elsewhere. A trailblazer, both on and off the field, Mays' enduring legacy in San Francisco is etched in countless memories and immortalized by his statue outside Oracle Park. The Say Hey Kid. You live right outside of Gretna, Louisiana. Oh, really? Really? Well, one thing we do from time to time, Michael, is we go to the map. Let's do that. Let's go to the map. Because I'm invested in Mel Ott now as an OOTP player. And you say that you lived right outside of Gretna. So direct me. I could put it in a search, but it's more fun if the chat gets involved. Direct me from New Orleans. North, south, where am I going on the map here? Gretna. They should call it the stadium that Willie built. Hey, not a bad idea. Maybe while you're typing, I can see it here. If the real Teddy O was in chat, he'd be able to tell me real quick. Because he's from, I think, near the Baton Rouge area, I believe. All right. We're looking for Gretna, the home of Mel Ott. Oh, wow. It's right. It is. Is it? Is this like a suburb of New Orleans? Like, is this part? This must like be a, what do they call it there? Districts or something? Oh, they call them parishes, right? When I was in New Orleans a few years ago, I remember seeing parishes. Lafayette. Of course, a lot of the Acadians from Canada were deported out of Atlantic Canada, and many of them made their way along the East Coast, and many of them went down to settle in Louisiana. So the Cajun food and a lot of the culture there comes from a lot of the Acadians that were deported. So Mel Ott is from this area here. I wonder if they have any kind of monument to Mel Ott in Gretna. Okay, well, we're bookmarking that one. We're putting a save there. Starred. Home of Mel Ott. Parish, yeah, that's what they call them. Parishes. So Mel Ott comes in at number 2. Willie Mays comes in at number 1. Willie Mays does have a card in the game this year. His 1951 Giants card, 85 rated gold card. We know we're going to see a better one. Probably towards the end of the cycle. We're probably going to see a better one come November, December, January. And it's going to be a peak Willie Mays. But right now, there's the gold one. And last year, we had this one. The Baseball Reference 4 perfect Willie Mays, 100 rated in the game in OOTP 24. And man, did we use him in the outfield. Chris Speaker came along shortly after, I believe. And so it was always, do we use Mays or Speaker? Because both could only play center field. They didn't have eligibility anywhere else. So Willie Mays, to finish off our love of the San Francisco Giants, comes in as the number 1 Giant of all time. And 2 more baseball in history. On this day, 22 years ago, the Chicago Cubs, the winners of both matches today, they made a trade that I'm sure they regretted as time went on. Chicago Cubs, desperate to replace the injured Tom Gordon, went out to trade for Julian Tavares, or they sent Julian Tavares and 3 minor leaguers to Florida for reliever Antonio Alfonseca. Yeah. They needed someone to replace Tom Gordon. And you know, one of the prospects they gave away? Dontrell Willis. Dontrell Willis, who would be traded to Florida and, of course, have a great career in Florida. He currently has a gold 82 rated card. He had a 69 bronze, or 68 or 69 bronze card last year. One of the meta starting pitchers in OOTP 24. And yeah, the Cubs. You're welcome, GT. You're welcome. I like to put on some extra letters. A. I told you, you saw the Mr. Rogers clip, we like to give employment to extra letters. We add U to color, U to neighborhood, and Alfonseca. We add one there. I'm not worried about him being on music lessons team because I doubt we get, a really good version of him. "24 digits. Yeah, he had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 fingers on each foot. So the Cubs, I'm sure, they regretted that one. And our final This Day on History, on a more lighthearted note, on this day in 2008, 16 years ago, Hideki Matsui pulled a fast one on teammates Bobby Abreu and Derek Jeter. And he placed a wager with them, and he said, "Hey, let's place a wager on who's going to get married first." Unfortunately for his teammates, they did not know that Matsui got hitched without them knowing. So who's going to be the first to get married? And Matsui got hitched on one of the club's off days. But Abreu and Jeter, being good sports, they paid off the bet anyway. So Matsui, who just came out last week with the International Asia card release set on Twipt, he has a 84 rated card in the game, gold card. And that does it for this day in history. Well, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations to Mr. Wrestling. Congratulations to Sean Soul for winning their matches today. They will go on to the round of 32. Next Tuesday, we will spin the wheel to see who faces off again on Wednesday. Tomorrow, in just a few hours' time, EBC will join me on the 3 Amigos show or the 2 Amigos show. Might just be a couple of us. We're going to hype up the new content. As you can see at the bottom, the new cards coming out are opening day celebrations. So EBC today went through some possible guesses on who those cards may be. You heard his bunk. And then at noon, Spore is around with the release of the new cards. And I am back after that with trivia, a bounty, and we go to the Matrix with Reggie Jackson. Catch that out tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Before we go, I want to pop in to the packs only. Show you guys who's leading. I'm in stone. So one of the lower levels right now. And while we're waiting for that to load up, Captain's itching. Just like a cat needs its scratching post, the captain needs his kitty kitty. You got the extended version, Captain. There you go. Redeeming those Helm biscuits. A little bit of kitty love. Kitty kitty going out to Captain Kegleg one last time today. Packs only. I am in stone. I'm very ecstatic, very, very happy that we got almost every single packs only manager that are in stone. We got them in our league. If you want to join the packs only club, head over to the Discord, sign up. The only caveat is you cannot buy any cards and you cannot join with a team that has bought cards. I always like to show transparency here. All you need to do is go select none in your transaction history. Go back to the card shop selection. And you should be able to go through all of your pages, and nowhere should it say buy order. All you should see on the card shop is any card that you sold, which you are allowed to do. If you have any cards you bought, you cannot be part of the packs only club unless you start off a new team. So you'll see in full transparency, all my transactions are sell orders, other than the one mistake I made, but I caught it at the same time. So I put in a buy order. I did not actually even buy the card. I just put in a buy order, and then I canceled it. Otherwise, all you see there are sell orders. So again, if you're not sure if you have bought cards, go look at your transaction history, go to the card shop section. And again, when Go comes out, you can create a new team, and you can create a packs only team then, if that's something that you want to try out. Larry Parrish, he does have a card, right? As an Expo, right? I know he's one of your favorite players. I remember for the slide I created for you. There he is. Yeah, the Expo. You did not know that? What if you sell all of them? Yeah, Brent, if you want to do that, if you want to start from scratch and sell every single card, sure. As long as as a packs only team, there are no cards that you bought. You can't buy them for tournaments. You can't buy them for PT Live. You can't buy them for any reason to complete missions. And that's what makes it fun. And again, packs only squads have been around for years. We're just trying to organize it a little bit. And if you're a cheater, shame on you. If you want to squeeze in as a pack only and cheat to try and take advantage of weaker teams. Because let's face it, for the most part, these are going to be weaker teams that cannot compete on the same level. But if we can compete against each other on the same level, then that makes it fun. No pressure. Just have fun opening packs. Whatever you get. Throw them on your team. And hopefully there's no one out there that wants to take advantage of that and cheat and buy all the good cards to try and squeeze into gold or diamond because, hey, I can take advantage of these packs only teams. Well, that's just no gift sub for you. So congratulations. Right now we've got twin_34 close to the top of the division. I'm in third place right now. And we've got Archer's Pack Tactile next, 58-16. And I can vouch for this team. Because when you look at this team, they got some good players. But this manager, who is new to OOTP this year, they screenshotted their fire poll of a Combinator Cy Young. And let's see if they even have it on here. Let's see if we can show Cy. New order. Yeah, it doesn't show the seller. I think they sold it for like 500,000 and they pulled the Olerud card. And again, I saw the screenshots of that. This one here, I think it was this one. Maybe it was someone else because, oh, I'm in the Combinator shop. That's why. Let's go here. Regular card shop. Olerud. So they sold him for about 150,000 or more. So they had like 700, 800,000 perfect points to buy packs with. And they put a little bit of money into the game because that's legit. You can do that up until Monday. Monday's your last day if you're a packs only team to buy perfect points. You go to buy perfect points. You can put a little bit of money in. I haven't on this team. I'm free to play on this team. And I'm going to be free to play on this team. because I want the challenge. I want to see how well I can do strictly from packs. I've got 47,000 perfect points, and I've got 30 packs already. I opened them all up on Monday, and I've already got 30. From tournaments, from Twitch drops, and again, all cards that I've got from packs I use in tournaments. What else? Yeah, so I think it's going to be fun. Right now, if we look at promotion, look at this. At the top of the promotion, 4 of the top 5 teams are packs only teams. That's great to see. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 14 promotions are packs only. No one being relegated is a packs only yet. We got Boomer, and we got myself and the Barracudas, kind of a little bit in danger. That's what I love to see. Community coming together, having some fun as a packs only team, and having success. I know this is only Stone, but so what? It's still a league. And even if we go to the universe and we look at the managers for pack only, and we go to rookie, looks like rookie 53 is the main league. There were a few people that forgot. I know Pop Stongoria said he forgot to do the friend list, so they're going to be in other leagues. But we got a good group of people in rookie 53. In Stone, where I'm in, look at that. Most of the teams are in my league. 1, 2, 3 teams, 4 teams didn't get in. In bronze, 225. Dominating. We just had 1, 2, 3 or 4 teams that didn't get in bronze. And again, you look at missions completed, and some have all the missions completed. Gotta trust them. I always trust until you give me a reason otherwise. I trust. They got 15 tournaments win, 60 missions completed, and maybe they put some money into the game, opened up a lot of packs, pulled some good cards that they sold. Again, I don't want to be one that ask for video clips to show me your card shop. You know what I wish they would have? I wish they would have, when you go to your transactions, and I don't think it would be tough to do, but somewhere in here, just a little tally. How many cards bought? How many cards sold? Just have that. And maybe make it an option where managers could toggle it on and off. So if they don't want to show it, they don't have to show it. But then in a packs only league, I could easily just say, okay, screenshot that section there and put it in the Discord. Boom. Maybe once a month, managers have to do that. Cards bought? None. 0. But again, Photoshop and stuff like that, you could still cheat. There's always ways to cheat the system. So again, we have to go based on trust. And right now, I trust every manager that's packs only. If I find out someone's cheating, well, they're gone and we move on. In silver, look at this. Every team but one. Yellow Jacket, who I think joined late, I think. Silver, you guys get the gold star for getting your act together and all filling out the friend list. So Brydav, Beetle Boy, Downriver Rick, Gary, Tessuigi, all you guys. And see, this is what I would expect to see in packs only. Look at all silver teams, and the most anyone has done missions is 2. So very, 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 very good chance that all these teams here are compliant. That's kind of what I think the normal look should be. Gold, everyone, well, not everyone. Many teams are in League 306. And again, we got one team with 9 missions, which is not unreasonable. It's fair to think someone's completed 9 missions from packs. Rookie. Yeah, this is what you would expect to see for a rookie, right? No one's completed missions. They're just starting out. If someone had 60 missions in rookie, I'd be a little bit skeptical. And I might contact that manager and say, hey, you're in rookie and you got all missions completed? Show me your card shop. But Stone, we got a couple teams. Again, I'm going to vouch for Tactile because I've seen screenshots. He's privately DM'd me screenshots. He's put them in Discord. And then we've got Soul Thunder. I do not know this manager. 44 missions completed. Is it possible? Who knows? They could have put $200 in the game to buy a pack. I don't know. I don't know that manager. I don't even know if they're on the Discord. Next up, Iron. Yeah, this is fairly normal for missions. 5 is the most for an Iron team. Again, we got to go based on trust. Trust every manager. Even if there is 1 or 2 cheating, that's on them. It's on their conscience. Shame on them, like I said before. But right now, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility to have a couple outliers that have finished all the missions or close to all the missions. Silver, again, really good, and gold. And again, if you want to cheat to win a league, well, I got to question your. I just got to question you. The only thing I think what is probably more common is the odd manager like I made a mistake and I did put a buy order in on that one card and then fixed it. I could see people making that mistake. I just hope that as a self-check, they've gone back and double-check things. And if you made a mistake and already bought the card, just sell it. As long as you didn't use it for a mission. And if you completed a mission with a bought card, sell the mission card. Just sell that mission card. Even if you have to quick sell it, get it off your squad and just say, oops, I made a mistake, because mistakes happen. And we can't kick a guy because he made one mistake and got a mission card. Just fix it. Get rid of the mission card. Like Brent did. He did it and sold it right away. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, the Frackers is yours, GT Sundown. Okay. Okay. I mean, especially community members I know, completely trust. Like, it's just the ones I have never heard of before and don't come into the don't come into the stream and don't come into Discord. It's like, I don't know. I don't know them, but at this point, I trust everyone. So yeah, packs only, having some fun with that. And if you're watching this stream and want to get involved in this type of league, you have to add PCK at the end of your nickname, like you see right here. If I search all the teams with PCK, look at that. Look at that. Lovely. And then you have to head to my Discord and just say, hey, I want in. And then I'd ask you a couple questions like, have you bought any cards? And we would go from there. And then you would have to fill out the friend list, which I hope you guys, and you guys are doing, because we were very successful in getting into leagues. Amazing, actually, like completely amazing. I couldn't believe we were probably at like 75% success. And again, here is that friend list that you need to access at least every Sunday. It's hard to do it before Sunday because we don't know who's being promoted and demoted. If you're just starting, though, you can kind of put a temporary friend list in based on where you're starting from. But otherwise, you should know by Sunday morning where you are, because all the playoff teams get promoted. So Sunday morning, you'll know if you make the playoffs. You don't have to wait until 10 p.m. at night. You can start filling out your friend list pretty much anytime Sunday. So I'll throw that in the chat one more time in case you guys haven't bookmarked it for those new pack members only. There we go. Thanks, D King. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to take off. I knew there were a lot of managers that really wanted to get involved in something like this. It's just that no one's organized it over the last couple of years. So I thought, yeah, I want to do it. So if I want to be part of it, I might as well help organize it. And I know D Block is streaming part of it too. Like he's kind of covering packs only. He's in bronze. He covered some of it today, but we'll see. Like I said, it's just another way, nothing serious. If I lose, I lose. I want to win, but it's fun hanging out with you guys. It's fun hanging out with the captain and with GT Sundown and with Brent and all these other players that have created teams. So let's end off by opening 5 packs. I usually keep them till Monday. Let's see what we get. Hey, we got a silver and we got a gold. Andre Ethier. He might make the team. Very good bronze player. For those of you that are forming bronze teams, this Morales card is a very good choice. Unfortunately, there's a lot of competition with Adam Dunn, with Stahl. But I know D-Block really likes him as a first baseman. Whoa, you don't see that often, all live cards. Whoa, 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 whoa. And let's go one more. Come on, end off on a perfect. Nope. I was really hoping to pull the kitty card. You know what? 2 more packs. Let's see if I can get the kitty at least. I only play the kitty song if the Helm Biscuits are used or if I pull the kitty card in a pack. One more try. Brooks Robinson. Yeah, it's a good one. Nope. And again, just to show you where I'm at with missions, I don't think I've finished any. Let's see. All missions. Yeah. Haven't finished any. 16 out of 20 is my closest. So I'm making my way there. All right, chat. Any last comments here? Any other questions that you had as a new player? Anything you want me to go through? Again, don't forget, set your live lineup. Heck, I haven't done that on this team yet. You know, Zach Gallen. I hear he's pretty good. That's one of the cards I was able to get in the pack. And let's go with Nathan. Let's go with some Texas Rangers. Any starters that are considered relievers? No. So I'm going to go with the Twins. Braves aren't playing tomorrow. Let's go with the Pirates. Go. Catcher. Let's go with Shea. First base. Walker. Altuve. Are the Yankees playing tomorrow? I think they are, right? I think the Atlanta game is postponed, and one other game I think is postponed. Second base. Let's go third base. Giants. I'm just going with my highest rated cards. Brewers aren't playing. Yeah, Brewers and Mets. Brewers and Mets and Atlanta, Philadelphia, I think, are the 2 games postponed. Let's go with, let's go. Yeah, we can't go Kyle because they're not playing tomorrow. Center field, Houston. Right field. Sure. No, let's go Guardians. DH, Carpenter. And utility, non-pitchers. Who is left? Jake and Nick. All right. And submit. You see the timer at the bottom. You have 12 and a half more hours before you can submit a lineup. And again, I'm a packs only team, so I cannot go and buy live cards off the card shop. I can only get cards that I pulled in packs, but I'm pretty happy with some of these cards that I was able to pull in a pack. So there's a few extra perfect points that I'll get tomorrow, which means more packs that I can buy. I've already got 47,000. I'm waiting until we get a specialty pack. So rather than going and buying 47 of these packs, if we do get a spotlight pack tomorrow or a historical diamond pack or something like that, then I might spend the points on that, depending on how much it costs. Or a perfect pack. When those come out, maybe I'll spend 48,000 on a perfect pack. So yeah, I'm holding off on buying packs with my perfect points right now. Mets, Milwaukee, and Braves, Phillies. Yes. Customize my team. Can you put the link in the chat? Oh, yeah. I'll show you how to do that. So go to your team name up here. Go to Customize Team Design. Specialty packs will work really nice. Yeah, Ollie, they will. I mean, you'll pay a little bit more for them. Like, do you want to spend 20,000 on a possible spotlight pack, or do you want to get 20 standard packs? I think what will really work well is those exclusive era packs that they had last year. If they come out with those where you're guaranteed 6 exclusive cards, those I think are going to be the ones to save up for. Once you get to this area here, click on Edit Team Name. And then right next to your nickname, put PCK. Some people have it here, as long as it's part of your team name or your nickname. Any one of these two boxes will work, because then we can find you on the friend list. So TX Jenks, you did a packs only last year. How far did you get with that? I'm curious. What league did you make it up to as a packs only team? D King, where did you see any streamer luck here? I did not pull any good cards. Like, if you look at my lineup, what's the streamer luck part here? Yuck. My best card probably is this one here. Well, if I pull better than you, that's then that's, yeah. I feel bad for your pack pulls if I pull better than you. This one here is probably my top card I pulled, and this one was pretty good too, Robin Roberts. But I don't have any perfects yet, I don't think. Manage roster. Like, I've opened probably close to 100, 150 packs. And here's my top cards. I'll hide my duplicates. Show all players. There we go. Yeah. For a packs only team, this is crappy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 8 historical. So I did get the Kenji, which is a newer card that came out. I got this one here. And if I'm going to get a live diamond, I'm okay getting Zach Gallen for Perfect Team Live. Like this is a really good live diamond card. Like he's in my rotation, number 1, 6 and 5 in stone. You open a lot less packs than I do. I have some high historical diamonds. But TX, from your comment above saying the packs were great for your 24 pack team, maybe you missed it, but how far did you get in OOTP 24? Or did you not do a packs only team there? Like, did you get up to gold? Did you get up to diamond? Kind of curious. Specialty packs. Okay, so you weren't a packs only team in 24. All right, just checking out if there's any other questions here. Your best mission is 9 of 20. Yeah, because you haven't opened up a lot of packs yet. Keep working our way. I mean, this is only our second week, guys. It's hard to believe that the game's really been out only 2 weeks. 2 weeks as of Friday, maybe, that it's been out. And if you haven't connected your Twitch account to get your Twitch drops, well, you can get 70 packs a week probably from Twitch drops. Maybe not quite that many. But you can probably get easily 60 packs a week from Twitch drops. 60 a week from Twitch drops. Just make sure you link up your account. Oops, that was the wrong code. So that's how you do it there. Very, very easy to do. And you can have 2 accounts linked up to Twitch, but you do need 2 different Twitch accounts. And you need 2 different browsers to watch them on at the same time. So if you use Google Chrome and Edge or whichever other browsers you use, you won 1 bronze and 1 silver. Yeah, my tournaments using packs only cards, because again, I can only use cards from packs. Go to my iron. Oop, got to sign up for the late iron. It's almost full. Get into that late iron, kids. You never know. You could win that. And if you win that, what do you get? You get 3 diamond packs. I just throw in a basic iron squad there. So I'll show you what I've done in tournaments to get packs. First, I enter perfect drafts, not the quicks. I don't want 600 perfect points. Well, I do, but I don't want to waste the time drafting for 600 perfect points. I will enter the dailies or weeklies, and I don't care which ones. I just want to try and get in with a little bit of the luck. So I'm going to enter, I like the rocking chair. And I'm going to enter the desserts, I guess. Always fill up your drafts. And tournament-wise, second place, second place, second place, second place, always the bridesmaid. Look at that. Look at all those second place finishes. Which is what, 1 pack? So yeah, it's just 1 pack. But Wednesday afternoon draft, I finished 5th to 8th. So I got 2 historical gold packs there from a perfect draft. 9th to 16th in the late iron, which got me 2 silver packs. Winner got me 3 packs there. Winner, 3 packs. Winner, 3 packs. Second place, another pack. So yeah, you can get maybe 10 to 20 packs from tournaments. And again, I have not bought any cards. These are just cards iron cards that I've got. So I can go into an iron tournament here and I'll kind of show you what I'm using. I'm not using the meta. I'm using whatever I have available to me. So yeah, I finished in the semifinals here. Fortunately, I did get Ricky Bones in a pack, one of the better iron pitchers. You work with what you got. I do have some good ones like Woody Held, Gary Sanchez, Lonnie Chisenhall, Bob Musial. So it doesn't matter what cards you have. Throw a tournament team out there and keep spamming them. These ones right here, iron. These ones, spam those ones at the top there. Just with 26 players, just find 26 iron players. Obviously, look for the best ones you have. Spam those tournaments, and law of averages say you're going to win the odd one and get second place in a few of them too. And that's just free packs for your packs only team. All right, guys, that is going to do it. We're back tomorrow with EVC at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then after TWIPT, we're going to play our Matrix series with Reggie Jackson on the 2024. Could you imagine Aaron Judge, Reggie Jackson on the same team? Dingers galore. Dave Steeb will be on that team too because Brent requested him as part of the Matrix. Steeb, Jackson, and Kuroda all on the Yankees tomorrow. Plus, we're going to do our trivia. So come back tomorrow for a trivia, some packs to give away there. Thank you so much for supporting. Thanks to, again, Captain Kegleg for the gift subs, Wired 247 for the Prime sub, and for the follows that came through today. Thank you guys so much. Again, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, give what you can, take what you need. People are struggling mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. You know what? The best thing you could give someone sometimes is a smile. Seriously, a smile. In the grocery store, at a sporting event, a smile, a joke, some goofy laughter sometimes can lift the person up. And when I was teaching for over 30 years, you never knew which kids were hurting, which adults, which fellow colleagues were hurting, and sometimes a corny joke, a pun, a meme, a kitty will put a smile on their face. So be kind to others, be kind to yourself. It is a great day for baseball. Tomorrow, Jays, Rays kick off the season in North America. We're going to raid over to I Rock This. I think we'll give I Rock This a little bit of love. You know what? Let's go over to Attica because Attica has the least viewers right now. Let's give Attica some love. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. Laptop Hound signing off. We'll see you next episode.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city.